good, hope you all had a good Christmas. Hope you guys have a good New Year's. The New Year is almost upon us. It's
Amen.
good to be back. And we're back. We're back in action. Hopefully, consistently again. I'm gonna try my best. IRL is IRL, but we still enjoy doing what we do here, and that's gonna continue. But yeah, let me let the people know that we're live. Folks, feel free to ask anything. There is a few pre-established questions, pre-live stream. We're gonna read those to begin and set things off, just like old times. But yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. Make sure to hit the like button if you enjoy. And this is just classic stream. Let's get it. So first question, I guess it goes with the title of this. Someone asked. Go ahead and find it. I just had it. Where is it at?
What it do, peeps? What it do?
What's going on, people? Why do you think Boruto gets as much hate as it does? And do you think any of it is justified, or has it improved enough? So Boruto, there's multiple reasons.
Oh yeah.
We all romanticized Naruto. We all grew up with it. We all know the legacy it has in anime, and just in the fictional world, in the world of storytelling. Naruto is stapled in history. So that's one reason we're going to romanticize it. We don't want anything to try to even, to take over. We never want that. That's just us being human beings.
Yep. Also,
Boruto himself, early on in the story, keyword, he was very obnoxious. He was very unrelatable. He wasn't appealing.
Yeah.
The character, and we just didn't like him. And as a result, we didn't like the story. We thought it was stupid. We thought that Naruto should just continue his journey, and that Boruto shouldn't be the centerpiece. Now, so answering the second part of that question, it has improved greatly. Boruto has,
especially the manga. The anime was a little lackluster.
Anime was,
it
needs to catch up.
Yeah, because like I don't know why the fuck it's so behind. Because like that's the crazy thing too. Like they're really in shambles with the anime production, because when Naruto was a thing back then, this is on like the Naruto official website too. They talk about it. The anime was so popular and so good, it actually caught up to the manga and fucking was ahead. You know what I mean? Like it was like on the same pace as the manga as it was being written. So wherever the manga was, the anime was at the same point, and we were waiting for the same two fucking things. And then eventually it was the manga first, and then the anime caught right back. It was always like right there, It wasn't too, and that was just because of how popular it got. But fucking Boruto though, like just so behind, bro. Like so behind. And then the craziest thing, like whenever it was like the main story arcs, like no filler, none of that bullshit, like it was peak. The animation was great. It was fucking awesome. Like Kawaki's introduction, like everything. It was all amazing, right? And obviously when you had the OG characters, that was fucking great too. Like whenever you see Naruto or Sasuke, whenever you saw any of the OGs, you already knew shit was gonna be dope, right? It was great. So like it's great. But yeah, very behind, and with all that, I think what really gave it a bad rep was the filler shit. There's some really horrible filler arcs. Like at least with Naruto, I for 9 out of 10 times the filler was pretty dope, right? Boruto was fucking horrible, and then horrible. And then what also didn't help is they did additional storytelling with Boruto to where you get to see a whole bunch of shit before you get to the exact point in the manga where like they're like Team 7 and it's like way, you know what I mean? Because in the anime it shows you like everything in their academy days and like all that shit or whatever, the whole nine, and then it gets to when they're like full-fledged, Genin and the whole nine. So like the beginning of the anime, that was also really shit too. It was really, really bad. Like there were certain points like where it was just really fucking it was so bad to the point like they're drawing pictures and shit, and it was just some freaking weird shit. But what I did like was when
very unfortunate.
Yeah, what I did like was when they introduced the OG characters. Like whenever Kakashi was shown, that was great. As a matter of fact, Kakashi's only been in the anime. He hasn't been in the manga for some reason. But
never been in the manga.
But it was only when the OG characters were around in the anime it was great, and then eventually like there were certain arcs that were cool. Yeah. So overall, it was a hit and miss, right? And I think, and obviously people are more than likely inclined to watch the anime than read the manga first, and things like that or whatever. Or that's how people typically get into it. So again, it gave him a bad rep. But where it was really at, like Jay was saying, was the manga. The manga was just, it has not missed. It's been dope, So
peak storytelling.
Yep,
it is not missed. This is Tubular Vortex specifically. It is not missed. What's going on, Kedrick? No, long time no see, brother. Doing well. Great questions. We definitely have to talk about these things. Were crazy.
Yes,
so
sir.
First question. Shout out to Kedrick. Please talk about Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. There's one word, one theme that summarizes the whole night: levels. And the reason I say that is because there's levels to every sport of discipline. Every discipline, every field of discipline, there is levels embedded in it, and in boxing is no different.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua, yes, he's slightly past his prime. Yes, he lost to Usyk, who's arguably the greatest heavyweight of all time. But he's a gold medalist. He's 6'6". Mm-hmm. He's legitimately with no fat. He has like 2% body fat, 250 plus naturally, just because of how he's built. Jake Paul, conversely, is just a guy that got into boxing because, you know, he probably got tired of just the typical content creation. But you have to start from literally in diapers to ever reach that level. Yep. And you have to be genetically gifted enough to ever reach that level. What really stood apart for me, aside from the level of skill, which was vast difference once Anthony Joshua actually decided to try a little bit, was the durability that Anthony had. So Jake Paul, we all know, had some good knockouts. Tyron Woodley, Anderson Silva, etc. He gave Anthony his best shot. Anthony did not flinch. He hit him with all he had.
Yeah, he caught him with that one hand. Yeah.
Not even... And Anthony did not flinch. That's the difference in size and power between Anthony and Jake. Anthony is a monster.
Yeah.
That shit does not... It didn't even faze him. He just kept fighting right after. That would have knocked out...
Yeah, he took that hit, and then he started beating the fuck out of Josh.
He was like the Man of Steel, like the dead-ass Man of Steel that night.
Here's a question too, Jay, because a lot of people have been arguing about this shit, like, and this has been thrown around.
Yeah.
Do you think Jake has like scripts for all his fights and whatnot, or no? You think that's just it's what it is? Because there's some people that have been saying Anthony, like they're like for how good Anthony is, right? Like him being one of the best of the best. It's like why did it take him that long? Why was he struggling here and there?
Yeah.
And one of their claims was like, you're telling me he can't read like the distance or recognize patterns or whatever, blah blah yada yada yada. You know what I mean? Like to some people it was, you know what I mean, like fishy to them or whatever, and so on and so on. But then again, like I'm not like a diehard boxing fan either. Like I know boxing, I've seen the majority of it, but I'm not super invested into it. I'm pretty sure you have a lot more knowledge there. So, like, do you think it was natural? Do you think there was some baloney? Or, like, because a lot of people have been arguing about the transparency of it, you know?
This is what I think. I think Anthony never took Jake seriously. He saw how much money he was going to make against someone that is just far below the level he'll ever... That he was at his best. Yeah. And even now, what occurred is that he was toying with Jake at the beginning. Yes, he was getting a little frustrated. And as soon as he said, you know what, I'm done... We saw what happened. It took him a round and a half to drop him over multiple times. He dropped him, and I'll say this: Anthony didn't even use his full power. He was hitting him hard. He was putting it on him a little bit. Yeah. He was not fighting the way he fought. For example,
so it's still a takeaway from Jake, basically, because no matter how you perceive it or view it, some people say there's no way Jake is that good, or some people say he is that good and Anthony struggled. I'm gonna be real with you, I don't think Anthony would have. I don't know. Like, if you really analyze it
at the beginning,
the narrative you're getting at, that makes a lot more logical sense. You know what I mean? Because if you really analyze it, the whole time he was technically still in control, right? Yeah, like he's fucking around, whatever. Not taking,
never in danger.
Never put, And then, if anything, like you brought up before, like 10 minutes ago or 5 minutes ago, he even ate one of his. He's like, you know what? Let me just test it. Fuck it. You're right, and he took that hit, faced on. It did it. Yeah, he was like, okay, cool. And then he just started, and then he's all right. Now let's turn the switch. Boom, let's fuck him up now. And then he got rid of him. And Jake was exhausted. He wasn't even tired. That's the thing too.
He was fucking exhausted.
Jake he couldn't even stand, and Anthony was just like, oh yeah, that was there's an endurance discrepancy. There's a striking discrepancy. There's an endurance discrepancy. There's just
weight discrepancy.
It's just not that's what I'm saying. Like and mind you, I don't even know boxing like that. But just from me watching that, it was apparent to me. Yeah, So but
Yeah, I've seen many guys fight over my life. At the beginning, Anthony was maybe using 10 to 20%.
Yeah.
Around 4 or 5, he was. I'll say this: he never used 100%. He would have knocked Jake out cold if he did. He probably used about 60 to 70. He's like, all right, let me end this.
Oh, and he broke Jake's jaw twice, by the way.
There was no script.
Broke his jaw.
Yeah, that was honestly I don't think that was his full power. I don't think that was Anthony's full power either. I think he hit him hard, but he wasn't trying to like fucking kill him.
Yeah.
So I think that's just how hard he hits.
Yep.
Heavyweight champion hits you, even if it's 70%, you're gonna get injured. It is what it is.
With gloves on
like
too, man.
George Foreman
like that dude has boxing gloves on, and he's doing
that
much damage. Like that's just crazy.
That's just AP right there. That's fucking AP, literally.
Like imagine with no
AP
gloves,
is far superior to Jake.
just a straight on.
Oh
like...
yeah, he'll kill somebody. Yeah, he's class. I knew from the beginning. First of all, you can't pay someone off like Anthony Joshua. He's too prideful. He's too famous. He's already rich. You're not gonna get him off with fucking to take a fall against someone like Jake Paul. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying corruption doesn't exist in boxing because it certainly does.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be with someone like Jake Paul. It's going to be dirty promoters. It's going to be maybe fighters that throw in a fight because and these guys aren't as rich as someone like Anthony. Maybe they're struggling, and they say, "Hey, I want you to throw this fight, and I'll pay you double." That has happened, I'm sure, in boxing history.
Oh yeah.
But they're not going to lose to someone like fucking Jake Paul. Fuck no, that's just not going to happen.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
It was
like
what I expected.
You know,
it was what I expected.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like so, overall, like I don't really think there is any integrity issues or. Like I think it's more of just like what you're leaning on. Like Anthony was just kind of playing with his food. You know what I mean? Like he's like, oh, I got this. Like whatever, I'm gonna have fun with it, and then I'm gonna end him. You know, like he did it. He did it in all kinds of crazy ways. Like the fact that he literally let him hit him with like that's just insane. That's like Madara. Like when Madara like gets the hit from Inoki's particle style.
Madara, literally.
Yeah, and he's like, oh yeah, I wanted to show you that. Like, so now I'm gonna fuck you up.
Literally. He's like, bitch, you thought you had it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You know, so
fact. That's literally what happened. That basically what I expect is what happened. Also, the Andrew Tate fight. Okay, we'll get into that.
Oh yeah,
Andrew Tate. I'm not gonna lie. It was
a
disappointing performance.
Yeah,
yes, he's 30-something. Yes, yeah. Like I'll give him this. He's old. He hasn't fought. I think the last time he fought was like 10 years ago, like professionally.
Yeah.
But that's not acceptable. The guy who fought. I'm just gonna be honest. He's a fucking retard. He's some dumbass retard that can't fight. So when that guy started hitting him and Andrew just seemed very sloppy, it was very surprising. Did I expect Tate to just be like Mike Tyson? No, I didn't expect that.
But we expected a lot more than that performance. Like
a lot more.
You think it was an endurance issue?
I expected more slickness,
or you think the age was it like because he said it's his age, endurance, like fucking
it's a combination. I think he probably didn't train as hard as he did when he was broke. Yeah. When you're broke, it's like Marvin Hagler said, RIP. It's hard to get up when you're sleeping in silk sheets. That's just a fact. Yeah. It is what it is, and it's.
He's also been dealing with all that IRL shit too. You know, being stuck in his house.
Yeah, all the IRL shit. Yeah, all the personal problems and the amount of like pressure he has societally.
And mental fortitude is important. Like your mental is super important when you're getting into fights. Like very important.
Yeah,
like I'm not trying to make excuses for him either. Like don't get me wrong, we're still acknowledging like that it was disappointing. He lost, like blah blah.
Very disappointing.
But like but like what me and Jay are getting at was that necessarily like prime Tate or like what he actually should be able to do? Probably not, right? You know what I mean? That's where we're getting at.
Probably not. Probably not. Right. Yeah. The broke Tate that was knocking people out. I guarantee would have a better performance than this one did. The older, rich, more settled. But it's still very disappointing. That guy chased him more. Whatever the fuck the retard's name is, he cannot fight for shit. He is shitty. He's sloppy. I'll tell you this right now. Would destroy Andrew Tate. He would fucking kill him. After seeing that performance, I have no doubt in my mind, Jake would fucking kill him. It wouldn't be. Honestly, it probably wouldn't be competitive. And Jake's not. No Canelo or no fucking.
No, yeah, Jake would beat his ass.
If that's how Tate performed, yeah, he would get.
Jake would beat his ass.
It is what it is.
Jake definitely has better endurance from what I've seen. He probably would hit harder
better
too.
Endurance.
Yep.
He's slicker. Like Tate did not look slick. He didn't look sharp. I don't know. No excuses. He looked like shit. It is what it is. He looked like shit. that guy could not fight for shit either. The other guy can't fight for shit either, and he struggled against him. It's like, bro, it's like Yamcha fighting fucking
Krillin
or some shit. I'm like, bro, yeah, Krillin. I'm like, bitch, you want to fight? Like Jake Paul's like go. Not I wouldn't say Goku. Goku's like Mike Tyson, but it's like, bitch, you're Yamcha, and you want to fight like Kid Gohan or some shit. You're gonna get your ass whooped. This is not. You're not on the same level.
It was bad. So it was really bad. Really bad.
Very, very disappointing. That's all I can say. Honestly, I was at a loss for words. Honestly, thoughts on the Avengers Doomsday trailer, dude? I cannot wait.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. I saw some of it.
Yeah.
I saw.
You can talk about it. I don't care either.
Yeah. Basically, I saw a very short one. I don't think I've seen the newest one, but I saw a very short clip of Steve Rogers holding his child. When he was in his prime.
Okay.
Implying that Steve will be in Doomsday. That's strange. There's two possibilities logically. It's going to be in the time period when he was with Peggy, when at the end of Endgame, when he goes back in time, he's like, I want to live with her and live my life with her. That movie might take place during that period of time, which wouldn't make sense. I mean,
you want to know why it's weird, Jay? Why it's really weird? Because a couple reasons. So first one, didn't he come back like to their time like super old as fuck, right? And he gives his shield to
Holy
Sam.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, so it's like it's like so like that and a lot like that's just weird, right? But let's say we just disregard that.
Yes.
So it's like like they would have to pull him at the time where he's obviously has a kid already, right? And then I guess that's the point in time where he's coming into like, whatever, but it's just weird. And then like Sam, wasn't he supposed to be Captain America? Like, he has the shield, so it's like what?
Yeah,
Steve's just coming back and it's like, oh no, fuck you, bro. Give my shit. Like what's happening? So like I don't know. It's a little it's a little weird with the narrative they're going, and then on top of it, like people are asking like, what was the fucking point of Endgame, right? Like with how that was, how they did it with Iron Man.
A lot of people have asked that question. A lot of people.
Like, I don't know. Like, what do you think on all of it as a whole? Like, deadass. Like, it is little.
I think they maybe. I'm not gonna say they botched it because the movie isn't out, but it seems a little. The whole storyline seems, at least from the trailer, that's all we can deduce, is that it's a little discombobulated. It's kind of strange.
People say it's desperate
because it kind of, it negates what happened in Endgame. Like, why is Steve involved? Unless it's an alternate timeline or some shit. Okay, it's different. But it's bizarre the way they're approaching it. Again, this is just a trailer. We don't know shit.
Yeah,
they're good at hiding shit. So we'll see what happens, but. Not the best trailer to begin to hype people up. Not like Endgame or Infinity War. Those were different. Those were like
I'll say this, Jay. Like fucking
biblical proportions.
I guarantee Avengers Doomsday. It's gonna be a great movie, right? It's gonna be a lot of fighting, action.
Yeah, guaranteed.
A lot of goated interactions. A lot of unexpected characters being involved. The whole nine, right? Like we're probably gonna see all kinds of crazy shit. I'm not doubting that, but. It's just the narrative, like it's kind of like, bro, like
questionable.
It's questionable. Sure. You know what I mean? Like especially what we know so far. So that could be the only nitpick. But I'll say this: when the movie does come out and we do watch it, I don't think it's gonna be like where it catastrophic, right? I don't think it's gonna set the tone where it's gonna fuck it up. No, it's still gonna hit crazy box numbers, box office numbers. Yeah, it's still gonna because at the end of the day. Even though this could piss people off, that will still bring the OGs to go watch it too. Like for anyone that has tapped out of Marvel and that has given up on Marvel with all the bullshit that's come out recently, because let's be real, the only bangers Marvel has done so far was Spider-Man No Way Home with Tobey and Andrew. The other banger was the Fantastic Four.
Deadpool.
Fantastic
Four.
Yep. Wolverine and Deadpool. Like those are like the only bangers they've had. And the Daredevil show if you count that, right? And other than that, everything else has either been mid, questionable, or fucking atrocious, okay? So, I'll say this. It's definitely going to bring the OGs back, right? The original diehard Marvel fan audience and MCU audience. They're going to still go and watch it because they're like, oh, shit, wait. Steve's come back and, Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doom. Bet. That's, you know what I mean? So, like, again, people are going to go watch it. It's going to be successful, but it's like... Yeah, it's again the narrative is questionable.
It's questionable. Yeah, currently it's questionable. They would have to have the worst mistake of the last 10 years if they botched that movie. It's almost impossible to botch something of that proportion with that many, at least rumored appearances that we'll be seeing. So it'd be nearly impossible to botch that. If they do, the MCU's dead. That's all I gotta say. If they botch that shit, it's over. DC might take over.
Yeah, DC is, because James Gunn is doing a good job. Speaking of DC, he's doing good.
Superman was solid. It was solid.
Yeah, it was solid.
Yeah, the movie was solid.
When I say it's like fucking Infinity War Endgame level, fuck no.
Oh, no.
Yeah. When I say it's like, what I even say, is it like fucking, like even up there with like the Incredible Hulk or Iron Man 1 or Captain America Winter Soldier? I wouldn't even go that far, but it was pretty good. Not that good. It was pretty good.
Yeah,
I'd say at least to like qualify it within the realm of like how MCU was in the beginning. But is it exactly there? No, but there's like some relativity. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting at, right? With like, it was decent.
Yeah.
I do like the comic death of it, where like you could tell this Superman, like he's not broken.
I enjoyed that.
But he's definitely comic accurate, right? Like where he's using frost breath. Like he's not even at full power, but he was using his frost breath to like blow away a fucking black hole. Like that's some shit. You know what I mean? Like
that was impressive. Impressive.
That's pretty crazy. And mind you, that's right after he's like suffered from kryptonite, like for fucking hours upon hours, bro. Like
that's a feat. That's a feat for him.
Yeah, like that's pretty insane. So like overall, like the movie was good. The guy that played Lex Luthor, he did a phenomenal job. I thought he did great. So it's interesting.
It was great.
And it definitely feels more like a New 52 Superman, like the younger, more arrogant, more emotional Superman, Yeah.
He's more raw. He's not as mature yet.
Yeah, exactly. Because like the Supermans we typically see across the comic storylines or just like even the animated TV show or movies, it's either the historic like Captain America vibe Superman, you know what I mean? Like, light and justice. He's very mature, or he's like, I'm here to save the day type of corny bullshit, We either see that Superman or you see the young, like, inexperienced, emotional one. And that's what we have right now. You know what I mean?
I like that. I like that approach, Yeah. It's different.
Yeah, it's different. It's cool. And then James Gunn also started with the whole Peacekeeper series. I checked it out.
Fire.
I saw it. It was amazing. It was fucking amazing.
That shit is gas.
They did it like
honestly, John Cena.
He could act. He could act.
Actor,
yes, because see, that's the thing. I thought he couldn't act. Like from what I've seen, from what I heard, the whole night. Like I was always like, oh yeah, he's just whatever, right? He's kind of like he's kind of like Logan Paul trying to be a boxer. Some bullshit, right?
Yeah.
But in the movie,
he killed that shit.
He's fucking insane acting. And mind you, like I'll say this, like my wife, like she does not like John Cena or The Rock at all because she thinks they're like the same bullshit ass fucking The
Rock is understandable a little bit. It's understandable
because it's always the same. Like she doesn't think like they really have. And like she'll knock him down, and there's a lot of people that are on the same page too. But but like with this show and Peacekeeper and whatnot, like even she. Like was like like
that shit
like,
is raw. This is raw.
So like overall, like it's really good. It was a very, very good show. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Very fucking good. It's a way different tone than Superman. Just giving an FYI, it's way not. Different. It's way darker. There's nudity. Think of the boys. Think of the boys basically coming into DC. Like it was similar to that.
Facts. Raw and uncensored.
So very good. They did a great job. And it honestly has me excited because then I delved into the other DC show territories where this is what's interesting. So James Gunn did an animated TV show on Max to where it's animated, but it's also in the DC verse. Like it's still the IRL verse, but they just animated it instead. So like how like typically when you have animated shit in IRL, they're in a separate universe, right? Like the animated is comic and IRL is just its own thing, right? But no, they're not fucking doing that. Like instead, like even if they animate it, it's still part of like the movie that we saw with Superman recently with James Gunn. It's the same fucking everything, which honestly, I'm fine with it. And honestly, that's pretty dope and smart because you're able to get away with a lot more shit or do a lot more things, even budget-wise, and it could be fucking great. And the reason why this TV show is important in relevance of us discussing DC is because we actually got the first look of Batman in the new DCEU, right, with James Gunn.
Facts.
And he looked fucking dope. It was only like one moment we get to see him where he's like standing above looking at this motherfucker. He's like, and it's just the Lightning classic Batman portrayal where Lightning comes and you see him, you know.
Oh, that's fine.
So that's what it showed. Yeah, if you haven't, you could probably do a quick look up on YouTube. It's in Batman. James Gunn's Batman, you could type that, or you could do Creature of Commandos Batman. But either way, it was really cool, right? And he is basically like, oh, Batman's about to fuck this guy up, you know? And it was a villain that was like a gangster. He had like this weird atomic fucking fire abilities or some bullshit, whatever. But anyways, but yeah. So overall, like everything he's doing so far, it's really, really great. You know, he's on the right approach.
He's smart.
Yeah, and so like again,
Great,
like they're doing good, and like Jay said, if we backtrack to when we're talking about Marvel, if Marvel doesn't get this shit right, James is gonna take over. Like the way he's going, he's setting up the right building blocks, you know. So
this will be the best chance DC had to take over, and who knows how long if they botched Doomsday. If Marvel botches Doomsday, we'll see though. What are your thoughts on the current development of AI? So. AI, here's the thing about AI that I think the way technology works in general. When technology was first birthed, first created, it evolved very slowly. Essentially, in mathematic terms, it's grown exponentially. So at the very beginning, it grows very slowly, right? It's very slow. Now, AI in just mere months is advancing tremendously. It's becoming tremendously more intelligent. You start to question the ethics there, especially with tools that have become very intelligent, such as ChatGPT. Then you got to question the people creating them. Is there an ulterior motive? But that's a whole different kind of worms. Start getting into politics and things like that. Is ChatGPT designed to lie to you? Is it instilled with an ideology? Is it not just simply pure objective-based machinery, or is there some ideology embedded in that? Is there some ulterior motive embedded in the actual machine learning? Don't know. You have to be a computer scientist, and you have to be able to look at the source code, right, to actually be able to deduce that. Is it possible? Absolutely. I think it's absolutely possible. I think when it comes to AI, you got to take it with a grain of salt when you're speaking about more abstract ideas or asking about more abstract ideas. I think AI in the next 5 years will be tremendously intelligent than it is now. It's scary, but at the same time, fascinating. We'll just see how smart the higher powers are when it comes to AI.
Absolutely.
I think most people are intelligent. I think, and this is just me being an optimist, most people that are at a high position of power, not all of them, are smart enough to deduce that they should not give AI too much power because there's always that margin of error, right? I'm not a conspiracy nut or anything, but there's a margin of error where the possibility of perhaps threatening AI exists. It's
become
possible.
hostile.
Yeah, exactly. And then we'll have an iRobot event. You know, so
like overall, like I feel like to simplify it, Jay, you hit it right on the nail. There's pros and cons in everything. You know what I mean? Like there really is. There's pros and cons in absolutely everything. Like Jay said, there's the beauty of it. Then there's the really scary, aspects of it, right? And or the problems that it could potentially create, or even the problems as of now. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was on Facebook, I believe, like a month ago, I think it was, and I saw like this clip, and it looked fucking legit. Like I thought I was actually watching like a legit IRL clip, right? And it was AI. Like that's the crazy part. It was AI, so like
it's so good now.
Yeah, like it's getting to the point where like, basically it can put everything into question, right? And that's where things can kind of be problematic, when it comes to integrity, to what's real and what's not, or especially like even to where it could be like disrespectful to people, like if you're using actors or if you're using, a rapper Tupac or if you're using like I don't know, some fucking famous chick celebrity and making her butt ass naked or some shit, like there could be a lot of problems, so. And then it draws the line of like what is okay, is this okay morally? Then it comes like to like what Jay said, the politic value of it, where like copyright or not, or so it's weird, man. Like look at what Drake did. Remember with the Drake and K-Dot beef, where Drake was using AI. Like look how crazy that was. You know what I mean? Like so like to the point where
that's insane.
Yeah, like we were dead ass hearing fucking Snoop and goddamn Tupac and that shit, and it was Drake. Yeah. So like
that was crazy.
Yeah. So like overall, it's interesting. I'm gonna be real with you because I'm just a very paranoid person. I personally wouldn't want to be fucking around that area. Like, try to, like Jay said, like, don't overstep, right? You know, stick to what you can absolutely control.
Yeah, you can't.
You know, use it for good things, if, you know, most importantly. But it's just, I really hope they don't get to that point where they overstep, you know, or they really take risks that they shouldn't. Because when we start fucking around with technology, you know, or AI, or just things we don't really fully understand, that 9 out of 10 times, that's how problems arise. 9 out of fucking 10 times. Like there's a reason.
Throughout human history.
There's a reason why, like, you know, like I'll say it to this day. Like, you know, the oceans, we only have, like, explored, what, like 3% or 5% of it? You know what I mean? Out of, like, 100. Nothing. You know, like, let's be real, though. There might be a reason. You know? like I wonder why, you know? Like, so again, like, when it comes to shit we don't really know, you know, like the brain or the ocean or space, et cetera, right? Like, you gotta really be careful with those things, man.
Yeah, tread carefully.
You know, like, it's a slippery, it's a double-edged sword. Like, it's kind of like the fucking gates with Lee or Guy, right? Like, you're either gonna be very successful with it, and there you go, you unlock something great, you know, or you're gonna really, really fuck up. You know what I mean? And then you're fucked. So
yeah, exactly. When it comes to the unknown throughout human history, it seems that it's more logical to tread carefully, not just jump in, so to speak, because that's one thing. Mistakes are made, and mistakes can happen.
Yep.
It's just better to be careful, and I think human history has proven that.
Especially with how advanced we are in technology. Like, imagine our, like, nuclear codes, you know, being fucked up, and the whole, like, again, there could be, this could go wrong in many ways. So
yeah, exactly. Have you read JJK Modulo? Yes, I have. I haven't read chapter 16. For you guys that don't know, I'm not going to spoil anything. It's essentially a sequel, I believe 68 years later after the events of JJK.
Yeah.
I believe Yuta and Maki's descendants, their grandchildren, are the main characters, if I'm not mistaken. And it's an interesting concept. I'm not going to say much more because I'm going to spoil it for those guys that don't know what it is. I
heard it's very boring, though. Like, it's a very slow start. A lot of talking from what I've heard.
It's not, that's a key difference, I would say. It is much more slow paced than JJK was. JJK was fast action, fast paced. You get what you want quickly. Do I mind what's happening right now? No. Do I think it's good enough to continue reading? Absolutely. It's a different taste, though. It's a different thing. But I highly recommend it.
From what I've also heard, Boruto did a way better job for a follow up. You know what I mean? With JTK. Way
if I had to compare, I had to compare it has so far. Yeah. At least specifically with Modulo compared to Two Blue Vortex, I would say that I'd give the board to the nod. How do you think Jake Paul versus Francis Ngannou goes in boxing? Jake Paul will get absolutely murdered by Francis Ngannou. Now, I get why that question's asked, because Francis got knocked out in the first round or the second round by Joshua. Yeah. While Jake Paul got TKO'd in the fifth.
Joshua wasn't serious, though. You know what I mean?
Like, he was not serious. Here's the difference. Anthony was trying against Francis Ngannou because Francis Ngannou has ungodly power and can knock out any
that's
man
a guy you can't fuck around with. Yeah.
No, hell no. Hell no. Think about this. No. Francis Ngannou arguably beat Tyson Fury, who's arguably one of the greatest heavyweights ever. That's Francis Ngannou versus Jake Paul, who did he knock out? Fucking 38-year-old Tyron Woodley, who's an MMA fighter. Yeah. It's a whole different fucking level, dude. Francis Ngannou is legitimately. Yeah.
And look at the patterns.
World class.
Like, look at the patterns, Jay. Like, every time Jake Paul has to go against an actual legit boxer, he loses. Every fucking time. You know what I mean? Like,
he loses, and this time he got murdered. It was no question, no question this time. Like, Tommy Fury ain't shit. I'm not gonna, as far as world class, he's not shit, and he lost to him. Against Anthony, he got fucking butchered. And
then not only that, that's not even fair. Like, you can't, like, people also don't, like, some people know this, a lot of people know this, but some people don't. I'm just gonna put this out there. Like, you can't put a UFC fighter in a boxing, and vice versa. You can't put a boxing in a UFC. It's not fair at all. It's a completely different fucking thing. It's not the same whatsoever. Different fucking game. Yep. Like if you like, the only ones that could probably get away with it is, like, we're talking about, like, the best of the best. So maybe like John Jones, if you put him in boxing, he could probably get away with it. You know, whatever, things like that. But you know, but like, probably the best, right? But even then, like, it's just it's just such a different ball game.
Yeah, disadvantage.
It's not fair at all, because if you put Jake or Logan in fucking UFC, they would get fucking mobbed, bro. mopped, man. You know what I mean? So like that's what I'm saying, and not even by someone crazy either. It could be like an average Joe.
A mid-tier will take him out.
You know, so like Fred, like if Conor McGregor fought Jake, or who was it? I can only remember. Was it Logan or Jake that Conor fought in boxing? Oh no, or am I mixing up with someone else? Like
Floyd fought Logan.
Floyd fought Logan. Yeah. And then Conor, but he did boxing too, right?
He fought Floyd.
Conor fought Floyd. Okay, yeah. But that's not really the same kick. That's fucking Floyd. But like, point being said, like if Conor went in, like if he fought like Logan or Jake or whatever, like it's just he's probably not gonna win that shit. But yeah, if you put him in the UFC ring with Conor, he's gonna probably fucking maul them. You know?
Yeah.
So like that's the thing. Like people always forget that too, because like again, like I'm not. Like Logan and Jake, like they obviously like put in their time, right? They have the resources, they're training, you know, they got all these, you know, medical people to make sure their diet's good, the whole fucking nine, right? Like, so they're obviously investing into the right thing. So they're, and you know, just like anything in life, you put your time into it, you work with it, you're gonna be somewhat decent at it, right? You know, so again, if you get someone that's in a whole other fucking field of something, you know, they're gonna have the edge. You know what I mean? So like, it's just not the same.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
So
it's not the same. It's not equivalent. And a great example of a world-class boxer that went to MMA and got murdered was only hardcore fans know this guy, James Toney. He was a fucking monster in boxing. He went to MMA, to the UFC. I think he fought Randy Couture. He lasted one round. He got kicked and he fucking gave up. He got destroyed.
Yeah.
And he's a world-class boxer, like one of the best boxers of the generation.
Yep.
So it just shows the difference in you know, the sports. It's completely different.
Or imagine fucking like a jiu-jitsu grapplist going into a boxing ring. You know what I mean? Like
exactly, they're fucking murder. They don't have a fucking chance. They don't have a fucking chance. Look at Dylan Dennis' retarded ass. He fought Logan Paul, Logan's ass, and he got his ass whooped.
Yep.
By Logan Paul. Logan Paul can't fight for shit. That's.
Yep.
I mean, Dylan Dennis is a fucking.
But yet, if you get like an actual legitimate boxer, you know, an average boxer, you know, or high end, Logan would get fucking destroyed. You know, like.
Yeah, he'd get fucked up.
So
like, even look at Jake against Anthony. He got fucking murdered, and he's a decent boxer, and he still got murdered.
Yeah.
So.
Like you'd have to be like that rare exception, that really extremely 1% rare exception, like LeBron James, right? Like he went from football to basketball, right? Like that's an exception, right? He could just do that. You know.
Yeah, he's like one in a million. One in a million freaks of nature. Yeah. There's a rumor that Tobey Maguire might be in Secret Wars. I've seen that too. I hope that's true.
Yeah, I've heard all kinds of rumors.
Think? Yeah, so many rumors. Let's hope they're true. How do you think they'll introduce the Jogan in the manga? And my prediction is that we're going to see
whole
it.
Discussion,
perhaps.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, it'll be when Momoshiki takes over Boruto's body again. That's what I think.
Yeah, because here's the thing, Jay. I'm actually curious what you'll say to this because people were like losing their minds and arguing about this over Twitter that I saw like about a week ago. And they're like, oh my god, see, I told you Jogan's not canon and blah blah and all this shit. You know, it says Bakugan and blah, and even like NC Hammer's on like that trope too. Like there's some content creators that are on the same page, there's some people, you know, normal people that are on the same page, and then you have the other spectrum of it, right? Where like no, like hold up, you know what I mean? Like yeah, sure, this objectifies the fact that it's the Bakugan at this current moment, but it doesn't mean the Jogan can't still be a thing. Like, you know, and honestly, like
they act like it's
like impossible, like, and which is crazy, exactly, which is really beyond me and crazy, especially for NC Hammer, because like you're talking about a fucking character that is literally like copying Kakashi's look with the scar, right? The embodiment and copy and paste of fucking Sasuke's ninja way and like how he fights, right? Then also has like Minato abilities and similarities, being a genius, whatever. Then even has like the Naruto similarities, like when it comes to personality and whatnot, you know, and then having like fucking Momoshiki instead of the nine-tailed, like, and then like the fucking Karma, which is, you know, like basically the curse. Like Boruto is literally a mixture and fusion and combination of so many characters, right? Writing wise, personality, abilities, everything, and that's what makes him kind of really fucking cool and also scary because like this guy has it all. You know what I mean? Like fucking. But yet people can just somehow, some way think it's not possible for him to develop the Jogan now because it's only been shown in anime, whatever, blah, blah, you name it. Like, it's that's a little beyond me, because you're talking about, again, Naruto, where we had the Uchiha clan that went from the Sharingan to One Tomo, 2, 3, then the MS, then to EMS,
evolution,
then to Rinnegan, then to all this shit, right? And it's all connected to one thing. Yeah. So what's to say Boruto doesn't go through the same evolutionary process where he starts from Byakugan, then he starts to whatever the next thing is, right? And then it's the next, and then Jogan. Maybe Jogan's the final thing, like the Rinnegan or some shit. Like, you don't know. You know what I mean? So like, people, it's a little weird for people to do that. Yeah.
What it is, I think. Yeah, I think it's coming back to the idea of the older OG fans of the Naruto verse not giving Boruto a fair shake because they romanticize Naruto and they have a certain disdain for Boruto, and because of that, they don't give Boruto the benefit of the doubt when it comes to the Jogan. They automatically conclude, "Oh, look, you guys are fucking wrong. Fuck you." I'm like, "What are you talking about? There's evolution and ocular like abilities all the time. We saw that with Sharingan. We saw that
Jay, like there's probability arguments.
Abilities in general.
Yeah, like there's probability arguments is what we're getting at. Like there is a high probability arguments subjectively that you can literally give and rationalize with, right? Based upon from seeing Naruto itself. Like
literally, it's evolution all the time. Momoshiki, this is the very first time Momoshiki has cooperated in the newest chapter. Spoiler alert! I mean, it's been out for a few days, but this is the first time Momoshiki has cooperated with Boruto and allowed him to tap into his own power, into the power of his own. So he's just getting used to using his abilities. He's not going to be a fucking, he's not going to be like KCM2 fucking Naruto right away. He's going to take his time to have that chemistry with Momo. Now that Momo's willing to help him, because he's realizing that the divine trees are, the Shinju are actually a threat. So
Jay, you want to know what's even more crazy to it? Like, and here's another element of it, probability-wise, right? If we're making probability arguments and the whole nine and analyzing itself as a whole, you're also talking about fucking Boruto, the guy that can literally do whatever. Like, he never ever ceases to amaze us, or bro, you're talking about a guy. I'm pretty sure it was in the manga too, but let's say from my recollection with the anime, this motherfucker created 3 types of Raisingans, bro. He applied the S rank fucking nature transformation shit that took, mind you, Naruto like fucking way longer years to be older, to use all his shadow clones to like amplify the experience factor, like that would take a ninja, like remember what Kakashi said, like fucking hundreds and hundreds of years, but for Naruto it's just like days or weeks instead, because of the whole shadow clone shit he can do. Boruto doesn't have that same benefit, yet Boruto was able to do what Naruto did in a couple days. Just a raw, like he's even more of a genius than Minato, because Minato couldn't do that
at this point.
I mean, not even fucking Minato. And Minato was no joke. Now I will say this: if Minato had more time, he would have accomplished it. I'm not saying Minato wouldn't have been able to do the same. Yeah. But Minato was alive for a good point. Yeah. He was the Hokage for a decent amount of time, right? So like the fact that again, Boruto is no fucking, like, this dude created the compressing Rasengan, basically like a Shidori Rasengan, right? Yeah. Then creates, like, adds wind to it, the vanishing not wind, lightning. Adds that, and he creates the vanishing Rasengan, which is basically the Rising Shuriken, but just with lightning instead of wind, right? Like, then he applied wind as well and made it like this weird green fucking like bro, this dude is ridiculous. Like, he even mastered flying Raijin. That alone is like a scarce fucking thing. Yeah, not even Naruto could do it. You know what I mean? Like,
that's wild.
Not even Naruto, bro. Like, and before you yell, be like, "Oh, but Naruto could do it," but bull fucking shit, because that motherfucker. Let's be real, because some people probably be like, "Oh, well, Naruto's just fast, right? Like, he doesn't need it, whatever." No, that's not true. The flying Raijin allows you to do shit that you can't do with body flicker. It's a space and time ninjutsu. Like, there's things, no matter what, even if you can somehow get to that speed realm or whatever the fuck, right? With body flicker, it's not hacks though. Body flicker isn't hacks. It's just insane physical movement speed, right? So like overall, the flying Raijin is still going to be the only thing that allows you to get out of fucking dimensions and shit. Fuck the whole nine. No matter what, it will always be way more relevant than body flicker. There's a reason why Boruto mastered it, or learned it, right? Because like it has its perks and benefits. And the fact that you can mark shit, you can, it's fucking broken, right? So So if anything, with all, especially with like Naruto, like having the shadow clones, all this shit, whatever, you can argue either Naruto just couldn't fucking do it, right? You know, or what's it called? Naruto was just maybe he was being arrogant, right? And he thought he just didn't need it, whatever. But overall, point being said, like Boruto has always done things that is just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like,
he's an outlier.
Yeah, literally, he's the outlier, right? Like he just accomplished whatever, and then now so mind you, he has all this shit, all this Rising Gun shit, and then he also masters everything Sasuke gave him, like everything,
literally.
Purple lightning, like bro, that took Kakashi his whole life to create it, and Boruto does it in a couple years, a time skip, a 2-year time skip.
That's crazy.
Like, dude, like you think Heavy Sasuke's growth was crazy, or this guy's growth was? No, Boruto takes it to a whole other fucking level. You know, so like again, like you're talking about a guy where the sky is you know what I mean? Like it's endless, right? Like endless, so like endless. There's so much like evidence and probability arguments wise to where like. Yes, it is absolutely feasible and absolutely possible that this guy can awaken the Jogan, right? For X and Y, Z reasons, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's very obvious. He's a prodigal talent. Oh. Gotta go to work, stream again. Yeah, we'll be back.
Oh, yeah.
We're back. Thoughts on the Epstein file? So here's the thing about the Epstein files that makes the truth a very complicated point of I guess outcome to reach. It's inevitable. I have to say this, and I try to be optimist, but this is just the truth. It's inevitable that the higher powers that are known as the government, it's inevitable that some individuals within that body, within that that entity, is culpable and is probably committed criminal acts because of what Epstein provided to very famous people. It's inevitable. It's unfortunate. So I do think it's more than likely that we'll never get the full files. I do think there will be things that are redacted. In fact, a lot of what has been released recently has been redacted, and I think there's a reason for that, because people that have higher power don't want to expose or incriminate themselves or others that benefit them. Now, obviously, the big bad wolf is Trump. Do we think Trump is culpable? It's possible. It's very possible. I'm not going to say it's impossible. I hope not, because that would just bring this country to shame. If he is, culpable for being a pedophile, I hope not. I do almost 100% guarantee that there are individuals in government, whether it's Trump or not, that are guilty of pedophilic acts because they were in affiliation with Jeffrey Epstein. I do think that's the truth. I just think it's inevitable almost at this point. I'm almost 100% positive that's the case. And I don't think we'll ever get the full files unless we get like some kind of, fucking George Washington in office, just the purest guy ever. He's like, fuck it, release it all. I think we'd have to get that.
You know what's crazy with it too, though, Jay? Like even the FBI are like, we don't want to show this shit and blah blah. It's like, what?
I don't understand that.
It's like,
I do not understand that.
Yeah, it's a little weird, man. Yeah.
It's very strange. It's very suspicious. It's almost illogical not to release that to the public if you're a good person. What is the problem? Like, why is there this?
Like the only thought process I can maybe see them have is like, defamation, like to where like if they're like in it for some reason around, like therefore now people are going to try to like paint all these kinds of narratives or conspiracy, whatever, blah blah. But see, like, sure, that's fine. I can get the downfall of that to put people in some type of bad light when they're necessarily not that, right? They were just somehow involved in some form or capacity or way. But at the same time, that's like the idiots are going to fall for that, right? Like, obviously, the people that use their fucking brains, we're going to go off what we actually see and can read, right? You know what I mean? So, like, all because they're in it doesn't necessarily mean they actually did ABC crimes, right? You know? So, like, again, like... Exactly. So, and that's where it gets to what Jay is basically getting at, like, what's the harm and foul in it, right? Like, if it's not like they're deliberately or, objectively being shown to do, we just want to know, just know all the info, right? And just have some transparency and know what is actually going on with it, who did what, and so on and so forth, and just get more clarification. I don't see, like, again, I don't see any harm at all in obtaining truth, right? Because people deserve to know the truth at the end of the day. And that's what technically America's supposed to be about. the truth, right? Liberty, truth, freedom, justice for all.
Exactly.
So it is a little weird.
You gotta practice what you preach.
It is very weird that they're not showing that information. Like, it is weird.
Yeah, when Rogan had the FBI director on, and he was confused. Like, well, I don't understand. Like, why is this being hidden? Why is this being kept from the American people? I do not understand that. And he tried to give him the runaround, like, oh well, there's a lot of classified information. And I'm like, bro, there is
classified what? What do you mean classified? Yeah, you're acting like this is a fucking World War II or making the nukes or I don't know, something.
Launch codes or something.
Yeah, or you're acting like this is something that's actually you can't talk about for actual legit reasons. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is somehow involving kids and criminal acts to kids.
Yeah, it's children.
Classified? What do you mean classified?
Yeah.
Not
acceptable. It's not acceptable.
No.
Nothing's perfect, but the American people.
It's a very convenient fucking semantics for them to use. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth.
It's people
bullshit.
Going around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bullshit. What are your thoughts on IRL streamers like Nina Lynn? Isn't that Nina Lynn that bitch that got banned for shoplifting and stuff? She's brain rot, dude. Girl like that is brain rot content. I don't watch bitches like that. Fuck that shit. Most of the streamers that are like that, they don't deserve where they are.
Oh,
people that are W streamers. Let me use some W streamers.
Oh yeah, here we go.
I show speed W. Yeah. W. I'll probably say Aiden Ross most of the time. W. Kai Cenat, fucking legend. Who else is a fucking dub? Fucking even some females. I'd probably say if a cool female streamer would be what's her name? Sina. She's cool.
Yeah.
She's actually entertaining. From what I've seen. I don't watch any of these people, by the way, but they're cool. What's another cool female? Sarah Safari isn't bad. Sometimes she can kind of thirst trap sometimes.
See,
but she's cool.
The bad part, the hard part about female streamers is a lot of them are actually either exposed to doing some fucked up shit, or they're just fucking weird, and they basically got their success with no talent at all, right? Just because they're beautiful, you know what I mean?
Traction.
And it just virally was convenient at the moment that they arised at, so that's kind of the part. While in comparison to the guy streamers, they either earned it because they're extremely gifted at something they were doing that they're streaming, or they're just that fucking entertaining and hilarious, right? I'm sorry, but I haven't seen.
Speed. Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe it's the algorithm, or maybe it's lack of knowledge or whatever. But I've never seen a female streamer that I was like, oh shit, this bitch is actually really fucking talented, or oh shit, this bitch is actually really entertaining. You know what I mean? I've never seen, me personally. I'm not saying they're not out there, but typically that's why I always at least know of the male streamers and whatnot, because there's a lot of good ones of them.
Yeah.
So.
There's literally OF whores that become famous streamers. That's ridiculous. These OF bitches pretend that they're pure, and they start streaming because they're attractive and they're fucking whores.
Yeah.
They gain traction. That's fucking ridiculous. And I'm not gonna blame them. I blame the simps that are watching and paying their pockets. That's fucking ridiculous. You guys are simps. You should be ashamed of yourself, and you should get in the gym and get in your villain arc and stop fucking watching these whores. Dude, that's crazy work. First of all, you got to watch people that actually help you actually entertain out these fucking whores because they're attractive. There is a huge simp problem in the
speaking
West. I'm not gonna get into it.
Speaking of fucking streaming and whatnot, though, the Game Awards. I don't know if you ever heard about that, or everything that happened. Apparently, Expedition 33 fucking swept. Mind you, I haven't played that game. I have not played it.
I haven't played it either.
Yeah, but I haven't played it. That's first time in history has a game just fucking slam. And there was some crazy titles in there too, wild. Ghost of the fucking that crazy game. There's a lot of good shit that was wild. Competing. Yet they slammed. They fucking slammed.
That's crazy. And there's been some great games in the past that not even they did that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So
The Last of Us, GTA 5,
So you know what's crazy about it? It has me so intrigued to where I'm actually at a certain point I'm gonna stream it and make content on it, but I'm gonna stream Expedition 33.
Yeah.
And I'm also gonna stream the other games that were competing against it and I'm gonna like make my own basically my own statement, whether if it was legitimate or not, or if it was just some overrated bullshit, you know?
Yeah,
or some because this like exactly. I'm like, wait a minute, now I gotta figure this shit out, because you guys know me, like I play a lot of games when I can and whatnot.
Sweep? That's wild.
Yeah, like the sweep, like never has happened ever in any gaming rewards competition ever. So yeah, I'm very intrigued.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
it better be a hell of a game to be doing that.
Yeah.
I heard the Fortnite. Wait, oh my bad, I skipped one. Bro, I think Jake careers might be over. AJ literally split his jaw. I think Jake said he's done. That might be a fake statement, or someone made that up. But I think someone.
Yeah, there's been a lot of fake statements.
I think he should be.
Yeah, like there's been a lot of fake statements out there, unless it's like tweeted by Jake himself. Or like from an actual confirmed source. I wouldn't trust anything you're seeing out there, guys. Cause I've seen all kinds of weird shit. Where I saw even posts where like it was like, oh, quoting Jake, Joshua, why'd you not follow the script and blah blah. Like that was really all this weird. Like I've seen a lot of weird bullshit. shit. Yeah, like so I'm telling you guys, like unless they're actually tweeting it or the words are coming out of their fucking mouth. Okay. Don't be falling for that.
Yeah.
But like to what Jay was saying, like with how fucked up he did get, he probably shouldn't be continuing that anymore. You know,
I agree. He shouldn't do it. There's no reason. Like
he's rich.
He wants to be the center. Yeah. I get he wants to be the center of attention, but at what cost, man?
Yep.
At what cost?
Like you want to fuck up your brain and shit, like and what? Like no, what Jake does
exactly.
like what Jake and Logan. No, my bad, brother. Fucking like Logan, he went kind of the right way. Like a WWE, that's a safe bet.
Yeah,
right.
At least it's scripted.
Yeah, that's scripted. That's scripted. It's safe. You know, like whatever. Like, but Jake, he's trying to like get in the trenches, and what you guys got to understand is
like
the people.
Champions.
Yeah, like you're talking about motherfuckers that this was their only way out, right? This was their only way. Exactly, their life from day one, right? You know what I mean? Like. So, like, it's just a whole other ball game. And that's why, they came from poverty, too. Like, that's why, like, to them, it's different, right? Like, to where they have nothing to lose. That's why they were willing to go through all the fucking medical, conditions and cons and, like, how fucked up their either their brain is or their body, whatever. The whole fucking nine, right? Like, unless you're John Jones or Anthony Joshua or, like, some extremely talented person, you know what I mean? Like, then you may not like suffer like the same amount of significant damage a typical fighter would face. But if you're an average fighter, you know what I mean, or even like the low tier fighter, you're gonna go through hell in that shit, bro.
Yeah, it's horrible, man. I've seen it. I've seen guys.
And Jake, he's average. Like he's average. That's what I'm getting at. Like right, like he'll never, because again, Jake didn't come from a point where he's like, oh, this is my only way to make it in life, or this is all I got, or I've been doing this since I was in fucking diaper. Like, no. He came from a dude where he was on, social media, right? He got big off that, whatever, things went from behind the cameras the whole time. Wealthy from the fucking get-go, okay? As an adult, okay?
Facts.
It's not the same.
As an adult.
It's not the same, man. You know what I mean? So,
it's not.
Yeah.
It's just, you'll never be... I've personally seen guys that this is all they had. That's all they have in this life. Is
and Jay, that's different. You know what I mean? Like when that's all you have, and that's your crutch or to lean for your success, you're in a whole other realm of like mental fortitude and just like it's different, man. You know what I mean? I don't know how to really explain it, but you're built. Yeah, it's not. Good luck beating that.
Yeah,
good luck.
Die trying. Exactly. Beating like a Prime Tyson or someone like Ali in his prime, or that's a whole different beast.
But like here's another thing. Like think of an 18-year-old, right? When you're 18, you're eligible to join the military. Yeah. Think of an 18-year-old where their only out in life was the military, right? Like the only way to make money, be independent, whatever, and that's all they know. And they went into either the Army or the Marines, whatever the fuck it is. You can't fuck with that, right? I mean, like let's say you're a grown ass dude in your 30s or 40s, you know what I mean? And you try to do the same, you're not going to be on that same level, that same knowledge.
Never.
That, like, sure, can there be rare exceptions? Yeah, but that's rare as fuck. You know what I mean? So,
unlikely.
If we're talking in general, consistency-wise, it's not the same, right? That's their shit. That's their baby. They're going to be in a whole other fucking playing field, though you just know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you either got to start doing something super early, right? Okay, or you gotta pray to fucking God you're that prodigy exception. Like, you know, so yeah, this is not the same.
It's just obsession beats talent almost every time.
Yep.
It is what it is.
Yep.
Heard that Naruto's new episodes of Naruto being released next year. I've heard that too. I hope that happens. What's an underrated fast food chain? Underrated fast food chain. That's a good question, actually. Underrated. Maybe, like, my opinion, obviously. I feel like Jack in the Box is pretty good. Not bad. Maybe underrated. I'm not saying it's peak. But
yeah.
It's pretty good. I think it should be spoken about more. I thought Jake would pay AJ to finish him with a body shot. Hey, man, he should have after what happened. Yeah, he should have. Have you read Kagurabachi? Heard it takes a lot of inspo from Naruto. I've heard of it, but I've never read it. Have you seen Code Geass? Peak anime. Another one I've heard of that it looks peak. I need to watch that too.
Oh, and that's that just reminded me, Jay, too. To before we move on, that's another way, like, to just, like, try to get people to fuck off with the whole fake or script thing with Jake and blah blah. Like, it's to the point where it's like, you really think that dude's gonna fucking script and go through a whole thing of breaking his jaw twice and bleeding and all that blood in his mouth and to the point where he couldn't even fucking walk, like, you know what I mean, or nothing, like. Nah, that's real, bro. That's not fake.
You know, the funniest was,
and for the finishing shot to his face too. Like, come on.
But the dumbest one I've heard to this day, still, and not the last, because this was almost a tragedy.
Yeah.
When Trump almost got shot, people thought that was scripted. Like, you're telling me he paid some fucking retard to pretend to almost kill him? Like he's gonna take that risk with some dumb fucktard that that guy's not a military guy. He's just some fucking retard that wanted to kill him.
It was for a political value. They did fake blood.
Yeah, it's like, bitch, his ear was hanging off. Like, what are you talking about? He paid him to shoot him in the fucking ear? Like, that's fucking retarded, man. You need some fucking help if you actually think that bullshit. Like, bro, you're coping.
But Jay, there was people doing hand signs and looking a certain way.
It's so retarded. And then people actually died. Like, you're telling me Trump said, like, "Oh, kill that firefighter." Like, the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. That's crazy, dude. Some people got some fucking issues, man. You need some.
Speaking of IRL shit, did you hear about the fucking Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk's wife showdown that's been going on? Like, all that where they're trying to get to the truth and actually, there's both sides.
I might be wrong, but I think they did an interview together. I might be wrong about that, where they spoke to each other.
Yeah.
I think Candace brought her on. Let me see if that's true.
Was it in private or public?
That reminded me.
I don't know.
I hope it was in public, but let me see. I definitely gotta watch that if it's true.
But
oh no, it was in private. It was in private.
See, that's sus.
And I sat down.
That's sus.
She wasn't.
Why is it private?
There's a lot of sus. Yeah.
And here's the buildup.
Let me see.
What the buildup was, Jay. The context is Candace is like, we need to talk about this, whatever, blah blah, yada yada yada. You want to talk about this shit, whatever, so on and so forth. But I literally have facts. I have things that I can prove. So if you're lying to me and you don't answer truthfully, I'm going to show the truth and I'm going to expose you, basically. Well, it's like literally objective fucking evidence is what she was getting at. And so then she got scared and she's like, okay, well, that's fine. I'm willing to talk to you, whatever, but let's do it in private. And that I'm like, wait a fucking minute. Wait a minute.
That is a little bizarre.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
It's a little bizarre. Like, it was such a big deal, but then here's three possibilities. One, Candace didn't want to be public. Two, Erica didn't want it public. Three, they both didn't want it public. Either way, I just wish it was, so it would clear the air on all this.
But you see, it's a little weird on Candace's area too, because she's been all about public knowledge, the truth, bizarre. The whole nine. But yeah, she was willing to accept. I'm sorry, but if I was in her shoes, I'd be like, no, I don't want this shit being fucking private. It needs to be public. This is important, right? This should be important to you, right? Narratives. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck? I don't understand this.
It should be absolutely.
So I don't know.
Yeah, that was a little bizarre.
Yeah.
Candace has been on this sort of, and I get it. She had pregnancy and she's female. Not to make that excuse.
Yeah.
She's been on a little bit on an emotional tirade lately.
Yeah.
I know there's a tweet that blew up where she said, I forgot what country. It was a leader for some that threatened her life, and she posted it. She said like, I forgot, it was like someone from France or some country. I'm not gonna butcher it, but she said, this person threatened my life, and I'm gonna make this public.
Yeah.
I just want you all to know, in case I die, that this national leader threatened my life. I forgot what country.
That's crazy.
Obviously she's okay. I'm sure she's. Yeah, and a lot of people said it was true. So it wasn't like she was bullshitting.
Yeah,
that's insane. If that was the case, and I'm glad she's okay. But yeah, it seems like she's been through the ringer, like all the shit that she's had to deal with, and that's tough mentally, especially for a woman that's had multiple children and postpartum. I'm sure it's hard. It's hard, and I'm glad she's okay though. She's very intelligent. I'll say this about Candace Owens, one of the few high-profile female influencers that's legitimately.
Yeah, she's legit.
World class as far as articulation. She's legit.
She don't fuck around.
She can actually. Nah, she can go with the best of them when it comes to rhetoric. She's very intelligent.
And you can't bullshit her on her either. Like she don't play around.
Hell no. She's too intelligent. She's too. I've seen her like fucking slam multiple people that are intelligent.
Yeah, and see, here's the thing too that's crazy about it as well with her, Jay. Like, what's even more crazy is the fact that like another common variable is the FBI were also involved in this whole situation with Charlie Kirk, whatever, blah. Yeah, and again, they're like not releasing information. Like they're just not.
Like, that's some bullshit.
It's really weird.
That's some bullshit.
And Candace is like, I don't understand why you guys won't. You know. Like,
yeah, it's very bizarre. The logic behind it is questionable. Like, what's going on? There's just ulterior motives that higher powers don't want to admit to. So they use these runarounds, with the Epstein files, with Kirk's assassination, with all this bullshit. Yeah. And it makes people lose trust in the overall governmental body.
And Candace is not putting up with that shit. That's what she's been against this whole time, and like trying to expose the whole whatever blah, and so like again, shout out to her. I think she's doing the right thing, trying to get the truth and shit.
She overall, she's done a lot. Yeah, she's saying what has to be said. No one's perfect, but she's done a very good job trying to expose the lack of, I guess, information we're given. Yeah, I completely agree.
And the things that just don't make sense, like loopholes or fucking or or contradictions. Like So
I think truth is important, and we all deserve to know it, especially when it comes to things of national concern, which Kirk was. And Kirk was a nationally recognized individual. So it's very bizarre. Same thing with Jeffrey Epstein. Those files. We're all aware of it on a national level. I think we deserve to know what happened and who should be held accountable. It's very black and white. I don't understand it, but we'll see where these things head. But let's see. Have you read? I just read that. Sorry about that. Should The Boys get a sequel series? I love The Boys. So I'll say keep it going. But I believe the next season is the final season. The only thing I could think of would be Ryan growing up, Homelander's son. Him growing up. Some other shit there. There's some potential there,
Yeah, I can see that.
A problem with that.
Yeah,
I could see that as well. Wouldn't mind it, but hey, Homelander is that guy. Soldier Boy is that guy. Huey, those are the guys. So it's gonna be hard. Kind of like with Boruto, for example. When we get sequels, we romanticize the prior narrative. That's just the way humans are. We have this emotional appeal to what we're familiar with, and what we're familiar with is Naruto, The Boys, Dragon Ball. Like we're familiar with what got us in the game in the first place.
Yeah,
and that's just human nature. But sometimes sequels succeed. Look at Boruto now. Look at I'm sure some more examples out there. Look at those examples, and it can be done. It's not easy, but it can be done. Is the Invincible comic still ongoing? The comic?
No, I think the comic ended.
Yeah, I believe that was concluded. The show is still going, but not. I believe the comic is concluded. Yeah. Have you seen that DoorDash grill incident? I haven't heard about that.
No. Oh yeah. What they're talking about is it was just so I've heard both sides, so like I'm not gonna act like I have like fucking done the final amount of homework to where I know which side is actually telling the truth. But basically, from what I heard, is this girl doing DoorDash, fucking, she basically claimed that the door was wide the fuck open and this guy was butt ass naked and knocked the fuck out like drunk or some shit when he ordered his DoorDash. And then she recorded it, right? And like, this is unacceptable, whatever, blah, because what if there was kids or whatever? Like, you can't just have your door open and be butt ass naked, like knock the fuck out, you know? So that was her side. Then there was the other side where everyone was like, well, if you actually look at the fucking video, the door wasn't open, okay? What's it called? She opened the door. She actually like pushes it open or whatever you name it, and then records, is like recording, and he's butt ass naked, whatever, blah, blah. And so the guy filed charges against her for showing him butt ass naked on social media and it going viral and the whole nine, whatever. And the police analyzed everything, whatever, the whole nine, and they're like, yeah, she broke a law, went inside, filmed him while naked, whatever, apparently broke whatever codes, yada yada. So, and now she's dealing with it in court, and so there's a majority of people that are saying, oh, this is bullshit, she shouldn't have been arrested, blah, blah, yada yada. Then you have the other half where like, yeah, no, she did something bad, whatever, blah, blah, and so on and so forth. So like, again, from those two sides of the story, obviously, like, here's my thought process. Like, even though I haven't even looked deep enough into it to really see what was actually what, I'm going to say this. The fact that the police arrested her, I think, to me, logically goes to show more that she more than likely went inside when it was closed, right? And recorded him, whatever, the whole nine. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would the police arrest her if the door was completely fucking open? Because that means he's completing, that means he's breaking the law. You can't, you know what I mean? Like, that you can't be naked, right? And have your door open, you know? So like, that's my whole little thought process with it. It doesn't make sense how the police would just, you know what I mean? Like, if he broke a crime or did something wrong, let's just arrest her now. Because if anything, she's doing a civilian arrest technically, or she's doing justice for them, right? That is a thing too in real life. I'll give an example. If a person comes up with a bloody shirt and he has a knife and he's all bloodied and whatnot, you can technically make a civilian arrest. Like, you could actually apprehend that dude on him allegedly maybe killing someone or whatever or something, right? And then if the police come, they're not going to arrest you. They'll investigate whatever and go from there, you know? So, like, again, like, overall, I don't know. To me, it seems legitimate, and I don't see really what the big issue or deal is, and especially if that's what the video is showing her going into, you know what I mean? But again, I don't know. I haven't verified it myself. I just, again, if we're using logic, the police apprehended her, I would assume, for a reason, you know? So, I don't know. Yeah,
I would say, from what I read right now and heard, it comes down to legal culpability. So she, first of all, his intentions wasn't to assault her. He was literally unconscious in his own home, in the privacy of his own home. Firstly, secondly, from what it seems, I would say more than likely, on a bounce of probabilities, if they arrested her, she most likely voluntarily opened the door of his, domicile, came inside, and began to film him, which is also a crime because he's in his own private property where it is illegal unless given consent to record someone. I guess, and he's nude, so she's basically like
embarrassing him.
With malicious intent. On top of that, from what I haven't seen the video of this bitch looks like a Karen. First of all, it seems like she fabricated some bullshit narrative to make it seem like he had malicious intent, when in reality she voluntarily went into his fucking house, started recording his ass naked, and then made a viral video with a fabricated story that he was somehow assaulting her or her eyes or some stupid ass shit that she said from what I read. So I think she's completely in the wrong. And I think he has every right to sue her stupid ass for doing that. That's fucking ridiculous.
Not only that, Jay, like, the intent thing is also a little ridiculous because if, from what they both acknowledge in both sides of the story, if this guy was unconscious and drunk and knocked the fuck out, when someone's drunk, intent goes out that you don't have control of your intent. You just do whatever the fuck your brain will just do whatever. Like, you could actually commit a crime while fucking drunk. You could be aggressive, you could hit somebody, you could do all kinds of crazy shit. Whether if you like something you would never do if you were sober, right? Or conscious, you know what I mean? Or whatever.
So like that is completely fucking retarded and idiotic. Like no,
she looks like a fucking
you can never prove any intent. Like you can't prove someone has negative intent if they're drunk as shit. If they're so intoxicated,
exactly,
to where they're no, like the guy, what happened? His drunk stupid ass was drunk, right? Whatever, ordered some food and it came, and then he was knocked the fuck out. You know what I mean? So
he probably ordered some food, was already intoxicated, fucking fell asleep with like fucking naked, and then she decided to open his fucking door. Like, bitch, who said you could open his fucking door?
Here's the crazy thing. All you got to do is knock. You fucking knock. If they're not there, bitch. Sorry, you're not here. Bye. Refund your money.
Fucking leave the food by the fucking door.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
It depends what he put in the request, like whether if he said to knock and drop it off, or if it was to hand it off to him. But again, the problem is if this guy's fucking drunk, he's clearly not in the mind state. Yeah, he's not in the mind state to where like he knows what's going on and what he signed up for. Like for all you know, he's done DoorDash orders, right?
Exactly.
To where like he has it set up. Oh yeah, to like hand me the food instead. But if this dude is drunk as shit, he's not going to be able to change it to where, oh yeah, just leave it there for me since I'm drunk. He can't do that. He's fucking gone.
The fuck? And then for her to say, if this is true, she's just a fucking Karen. She said he assaulted her eyes. I'm like, bitch, why'd you open the door and look at him and then record him? Fucking bitch. That's fucking retarded. She deserves some legal repercussions. I'm not saying she should go to prison for 10, 20 years, but he deserves to pay a fine or some shit. That's fucking ridiculous, man. Like,
well, it sucks for him too because he's embarrassed. Like at the end of the day, he's a nobody. So it's like not the end of the world. It's not like he's a celebrity or this, or athlete, whatever. So like, everyone will move on. Who cares, right? Dumbass. But what it does affect is his family, though. His loved ones and his job. They're gonna know. They're gonna see that shit.
His job.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That bitch, like she defamed him. Like defamed his character. It's defamation. Yeah. Legitimate defamation.
But again, if that is legitimate to where his door was open, right, and she came, whatever, then technically it's not allowed. Like he technically committed a crime. Now to say he purposely did that, no, because
she's naked and shit.
But again, like it's just like it's hard for me to follow that narrative in theory because the police went with arresting her. They have to analyze the evidence, right?
Exactly.
Like for instance, it's just like domestic violence disputes or whatever. Like let's say they go to a house, right?
Evidence.
Yeah, and they have person A where the person A gives this side of the story and what happened, right? And they're like, okay. Then they talk to person B. They give their side of the story. Then they're going to analyze the wounds on the two individuals that fought each other, right? They're going to analyze the wounds. They're going to put into consideration the stories they gave. And whatever story matches with the wounds that they have or whatever evidence and, whatever, blah, blah, then rationally they'll come to this conclusion what was more than likely the actual story that occurred, right? They have to investigate and actually analyze. And they go based off evidence. Evidence, right? You know what I mean? So they can't just they can't just take a side. You know what I mean? So and I'll say this: is there a fine line? Can there be gray areas, or is there just a point where it's inconclusive? And at the end of the day, that person could have been innocent, but they only have so much evidence, and they just got to pick a side. Sure, shit like that happens too. There's plenty of innocent, but again, like the point being said is they always go based upon the evidence, right? So if there's a video and there's XYZ and all this whatever blah, that's they're gonna come to that rational conclusion, So again, like therefore, if that's typically always the case, which it is, right? They have to. That's their job, legal, whatever you name it. That I'm more susceptible to believe that they did an actual competent investigation, So.
Yep. Yeah, I think that bitch is just a Karen, and she deserves some punishment for that. Fuck that bitch. Yeah. That guy's a dumbass for being naked.
Oh yeah, he's also retarded too. Like for one, your door's unlocked. You know what I mean? Like you're doing DoorDash, you're drunk. Like bro, like if you're doing stupid shit when you're drunk, you should make sure you have your phone away. You should have everything away and then drink. Like what the fuck are you doing?
Like do that shit when it's you're about to go to sleep or some shit. Not when you're
literally or have someone there to keep you in check. Like if you really do crazy shit while you're drunk,
bro,
like
put
what
your
the
pants
fuck?
up, bro.
So accountability does go both ways too. We're just letting you know, putting that out there. Accountability goes both ways. But
he sounds like an alcoholic.
Yeah, but legally speaking, wise from what I heard and everything, then I would say she was in the wrong legally. But.
Yeah, she was that. No, I bet she's a Karen for sure. Is there anything to look forward to in 2021? 2020? Yeah, so
a lot of shit. A lot of shows are coming out. The Boys, Invincible, games.
Fire media. Boys,
yeah, media,
Daredevil,
games, fucking yeah.
Media, yep. Supergirl, obviously Avengers Doomsday.
DC's coming strong. Marvel's coming strong. Yeah, a lot of shit, man.
Yeah, DC's coming strong.
Yep.
Yeah. It looks like a lot of competition, which ups everyone's game. You know, everyone's competing with each other, all the media outlets, all the companies. That's beautiful because we end up getting peak content from all parties involved. That's what I'm looking forward to. That's to get into the question. Shout out to the Walkie Talkie podcast. Shout out to I think OTD is his name. He asked some questions. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Ode. Sorry, that's his name. So he asked us some questions. What did Santa bring you? A lot of clothes, man. Maybe Santa.
Nothing wrong there.
A lot of clothes. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that when you get older. New Year's resolutions. Good. Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. Definitely stream like we used to consistently.
Yep.
More content as well, consistently.
Yep.
I would say if I had to criticize myself this year, yes, as far as my IRL career, done well. But I want to be even more disciplined to where I can carry both. Like we obviously are passionate about what we do here as well.
Yeah.
I just want to have more discipline and continue to make good content for you guys and be consistent here as well. It's possible, and it's just my fault that I haven't been here. Present excuse. I could be more disciplined, just more structured, more routine, just more drive. It's as simple as that. So that's definitely a resolution right there in itself.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest one. Probably the biggest one for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Personally, I'm on the same boat. Like Jay couldn't have said it any better. I'm on the same fucking boat. I've been even worse. I just basically been technically like MIA. Like I haven't even posted content that has been recorded. Like I literally just dead ass just left it. I'm like, all right, I'll come back, whatever, and been just primarily fixating and focusing on my IRL life scheme of things. You know.
Facts.
But and there's just about a lot of shit going on. Like the military shutdown, fucking. There's a lot of shit. Like a lot of shit that's been going on. And I just took more initiative there. IRL scheme of things, focusing on other things and whatnot. But yeah, definitely like Jay said, I do want to have a strong bounce back. And something I obviously do that's a little more different from Jay is I don't typically just have content creation, you know, for like scaling whatever. I also do like some gaming vids and whatnot. I know some of you like that too. You know, so like again, definitely want to come out with some more gaming videos, scaling videos, the whole nine. Get back into what I'm passionate and what I love to do. I know I've been like basically just AWOL and just gone. While Jay, he hasn't been as active, but he's at least been doing shorts. He's had some videos here and there out too, you know.
Yeah.
So again, my apologies. And most importantly, like I've even had goals to like where I wanted to like fully like get the entire manga of Naruto and Shippuden and just have it all ready to go. Like just read through it, have it all ready to go, organized on like my Discord, because I was trying to do that for you guys too. For anyone that is doing scaling or debating, I wanted to kind of have that all ready for you. This way you guys have it. You know, I was going to dive into that and then eventually dive into the anime and analyze all that as evidence. And then eventually it would be the movies and the games. You know, the only two games technically that you could even use that are remotely questionable for canonicity, because there's only two that are technically that were involved with Kishimoto. But regardless, you know, again, so I'm trying to get into all that too. Apologies. Like Jay said, it's technically no excuses, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's been a crazy year. You know what I mean? And when it comes to priorities, if I had to pick and choose,
that's facts.
You know, it's definitely IRL. I got to make sure I'm good on my end, because if I'm not good in IRL, then I can't do nothing for you guys. You know what I mean? So if I end up homeless, how am I going to be here with you guys? You know? So you know, it is what it is.
Right? Yeah, so, that's facts. You got to do what you got to do. Yeah. It is what it is. We'll be back as much as possible. You know, it's just discipline. Naruto Boruto 2026 expectations. I expect the manga specifically in 2026 to have some sort of climax, maybe the time skip moment. I don't know if we'll get that next in 2026. You know, the time skip moment we all see at the beginning of Boruto, where Kawaki and Boruto are fighting, and it seems like you know, the Leaf Village is destroyed, and it looks like the Shinobi world has ended almost. I don't know if we'll see that. I'm not gonna say I expect it. I just expect the Boruto narrative to continue to rise in the anime world, to continue to become one of the best narratives out there. So,
Jay, someone asked me just now. Again, guys, this will be up to Jay, and it's depending how he's operating as of now too. But they said there was 3 videos that NC did, and they were wondering if we could react to it. There were 20 minutes for each one, but one of them was shit. Jogan isn't canon. The Jogan is dead.
Oh my god!
Apparently, that's what NC did recently. Another one is all Mangekyo shotgun abilities ranked. So apparently he ranked all. Yeah, that's interesting. And then the third one, he said the strongest ninjutsu users. But he said the only problem with that video, though, is it's 34 minutes instead of 20 minutes. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So for those, sometimes we're gonna do streams that we react just because we want to, but
yes.
When it comes to general streams, we're not gonna give you set the pedo prices like fucking $1,000 for a video, but
no.
We'll do $1. We usually do $1 a minute unless you want a special request where we like roast people and shit. Obviously, there's a fine line. We're not gonna defame somebody, but it's about $1 a minute. So just add that up, and that's what it would be for each one.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, sometimes we're gonna react anyway, like because we want to.
Yeah. But let me know. You let me know in the comments. Either on Cord or I'm not streaming right now, so yeah, Discord. My bad. If you can do that, if you're gonna pick one, then like you said, a minute. You said $1 per minute, right? So then just add it up to whatever it is.
Yeah.
And there you go. Yeah, just let me know. And if you can't pay for it,
we'll do that for you.
If you can't pay for it, then here. How about this? But don't be a dick either. What's it called? I'll pay for it, but you pick the video though. I think that's fair, right? So,
that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
But if we're gonna do one though, the Mangekyo or Jogan one though, the strongest ninjutsu one, that one's cool too. But the fact that it's 30-something minutes, and I mean the fact that I'm paying for you,
Yeah.
So you let me know.
That's a longer video, and it's not as interesting either.
Yeah.
2026 channel content goals. To reach 10K would be a hell of a goal on 2026. 10K subs. Content, at least to really make some good quality content as far as obviously Naruto. Other verses that I've been interested in for a long time, like JJK.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball. I want to do more Dragon Ball content. This comic book as well. I've enjoyed making I've enjoyed making comic book content as well. And just media like fiction, Karate Kid. I did that for a while. You guys seem to enjoy that. Get into some other verses like Rocky and of that nature.
Oh yeah.
And maybe get into more narrative analysis, just to play around with it more in the coming year. I do enjoy narrative analysis, like breaking down characters and things of that nature. So that's a goal I want to do in 2026. At least play around with it every once in a while, see how they do. And I'll keep posting. For you guys that don't know, I have a TikTok. I've been pretty active there. I just do obviously power scaling mostly. So if you want the TikTok, let me know. It's in my bio on YouTube, but I post pretty regularly there as well.
He responded. He said he's like, I'm broke. I'm in my grind, but I could send you $5. All right, how about this? Send me the $5 and then I'll pay Jay in full for whatever video you want. That's fair, right? So like, go to my Cash App or whatever. It's on my account. Just click it. Send me the $5, and then I'll send Jay the full video price. But which video? You didn't give that.
Yeah.
Also,
let us know which video.
Jay is live, so you guys don't have to type in Discord either. Podcast questions or any of that. You just go to his chat.
Yeah, you can do it in the regular.
Yeah, if he's not live, then go to podcast questions, or Discord. That's fine. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like especially before, if you want us to answer before dreams come up, then
yeah.
Let's see, NC Hammer. I haven't seen one of his videos in a minute. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see.
He said
NC Hammer.
He said he's working on setting it now, but he said he wants us to watch the Mangekyo ranked, not the Jogan.
It's an interesting one. Yeah, Drogo one's like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh yeah, I see it. This dude is tripping about the fucking making some fucking rage bait.
Also, what's the video called so we don't confuse?
All Mangekyou Sharingan abilities ranked and explained. I'm guessing that one.
Is it recent or is it older or yeah? I'm assuming that's the one. He said it was like 20 minutes.
12 days old.
Okay. Yeah, he said that one.
Yeah, that's probably the one he's talking about.
Yeah.
22 minutes long.
All right, he sent me the $5. Appreciate you. It's an energy drink for me. All right.
Hey,
let me go to Jay's
W user right there.
Let me go to Jay. Actually, YouTube takes money though from you, right, Jay? I'll just send it to your Cash App. Or it don't matter.
I do take it.
Right? That's what I'm saying. It's annoying.
I guess Cash App. Fuck it.
I got you. Let me send it real quick. What is it, like 23 minutes?
Because there they take like 40.
How long is that video?
22 minutes. Yeah, 22.
Okay. Let me send that real quick.
All right. Let me get this screen cap. I appreciate you, user. The guy that donated. Appreciate you, man. Much love. We'll get that going. Let me make sure pull up the video for you guys. Let me make it a separate thing so you guys can see. I wonder how he's gonna rank these exactly. We'll see.
Yeah, I hope he clarifies that because whenever like that's a problem. Like if you're gonna be ranking something, you really have to be like you can't be vague, right? You got to be clear on like what we're talking about, right? Because like the context of it is very important, you know. Like
what do you mean by exactly?
I sent it to you, Jay. You should have it.
I got it. Hey, W user, W Batman.
His name's
that for you.
His name's OOD. I don't know if you know who that is.
Oh, that's the guy from Walkie Talkie. Hey, I appreciate you, bro.
Okay.
That's the guy from the Walkie Talkie podcast. Shout out to you, man.
Okay.
You should have just gone on the live chat, bro. We would have had you. I got you here too on the live stream. But shout out to you, bro. Shout out to the Walkie Talkie podcast too. Maybe we can do a collab sometime with them. We haven't done that yet. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you, bro. We got you. We'll react to this.
Stream that for me, Jay, so I can see it.
Shout out to Ode. Oh yeah, let me stream that too so you can see it. Make sure it's.
Oh yeah, but like Jay was saying before, what's it called? Yeah, it's really important because like for instance, like if he's ranking the Mangekyou, it's like I'll give an example. Like so like let's say he starts talking about Itachi and Shishiri's Mangekyou ability, right? So like again, the convenience factor really matters, like the context, because if we're talking about like just out of like in general convenience, then I would technically lean with Shishiri, right? Because let's say you're at a political fucking meeting, right? Like what Donzo did, you can do it and they don't even fucking know, right? You no eye contact, no nothing. Boom, you're controlling somebody, right? You know what I mean? And there you go. So I'd be like, okay, maybe Shishiri, but like if it's like a battle combat scenario though, then I'd be like Itachi, right? Because if you get hit by Tsukiyomi, you can't get out of that bitch, right? You're fucked. Like it's hacks. Like with Chisui shit, you can break out of that by tapping them.
Yeah, his criteria.
Yeah, you know
exactly. So I'm curious to see what it means by ranking. Like if it's strength based, then okay, we'll see what he. I'm curious. It's an interesting topic for sure. Let me see if my stream is. If you could see my stream.
I just thought about it. It's gotta be to say, but dude said I'm broke. I got $5 for you. Hey, at least he's honest, though.
We all start somewhere.
Yeah, at least he's honest.
Yeah, that's a W.
Give me that $5 foot long sub.
All right. Those shits used to be $5. All right, shout out to Ode once again. Shout out to Batman. We're gonna react to NC Hammer, all my Mangekyou Sharingan abilities ranked and explained. If anyone wants to record this reaction and post it on their shit, go ahead. I don't have any ill will. Make your bread. I'm not saying I'm fucking Swag Kage, but if you want to, feel free. All right, so let's see what he has to say.
Let's get it.
Mangekyou Sharingan, one of the most powerful upgrades that anybody in the Naruto universe.
By the way, folks, if you guys can't hear, it's too loud or too low, let me know.
Yes, sir.
their wriggly little fingers on. Whether you awaken it yourself or rip it out of somebody else's face and slap it.
Oh, yeah, that's
your
it. Is he
own,
counting
unlocking
Madara's
the Monkey
like the ability, even though it's game only?
Make yourself a top threat in the Naruto universe.
Yeah, that's strange. Let's see how he does that.
Wasn't it he rewinds time or some shit?
In a way that is completely distinct from all other dojutsu in the Naruto.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Each Mangekyo Sharingan eye that you get a hold of has a new and separate ability. Have 1 MS, you get 1 MS ability. Have 2 MS, you get 2 MS abilities in a Susanoo.
Oh, this shit's irrelevant. I hate it when he starts fucking. It's like just.
Yeah, this is just like a. This is rambling.
Yep. Yeah, you can just get right into it, you know.
If you start handing them out like candy on
Yeah,
Halloween, well, they're
yeah, you might as well just get to the ranking. Let's see.
Also, Susanoo designs are probably pretty hard to come up with. But out of all of the Mangekyo Sharingan users that we've seen, who amongst them had the greatest Mangekyo Sharingan abilities? Well, that's a question that I'm gonna try and answer today.
See, but what does he mean, though? What in what regard? What are we talking about?
Yeah, what do you mean by greatest? Yeah,
it's so subjective.
Sharingan, and that being only about 100 episodes in.
Yeah, that's subjective.
I heard she had some fire ass shit though. I don't know everything about it, but I heard she had some dope shit.
Speaking of her, yeah, it's basically what she did. This is an insane feat. When she used her MS, she like sniped a fucking divine. It was the clone of Gaara's son, of his adopted son. She sniped him with her fucking. She could like essentially create. Honestly, what it looks like is black holes.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, she like snipes people with black holes. So basically, that's what it is. That's fucking crack.
Like calmly sniping.
Dude, she can use like, yeah, like calmly sniping, and it's a fucking black hole that it's like no one can escape it. Oh, that's pretty fucking cracked. And honestly, you have a good.
So like, wait, like those 3 little black things around her. Is that what you're talking about? Is it like those 3?
Yeah, these shits right here.
Okay, so if that's near you, you get fucked. Like, you get fucked up.
That's
basically
insane.
Okay,
that's cracked. That's cracked. Yeah, W Sarada. She's cracked now.
Okay. I'm assuming he's counting her then, because he's showing her.
And thus today I want to answer.
Yeah, if he's showing her, he has to counter.
Which that'll make it interesting for sure.
What is the strongest
Mangekyo
Sharingan ability in Naruto? And thus, with no further ado, let's get directly.
Wait, did he say strongest? What did he say? Let me see.
Rewind it. Yeah.
Wait.
What is the strongest?
Oh yeah, he did.
Strongest.
The strongest. Okay. Got it.
And thus, with no further ado, let's get directly.
It's still vague because it's like, what again? What are we talking about? Like, like what potency? You know, like if we're really all right, let's pause real quick. So if he's talking about like scaling, then obviously it's like 6-pass, right? Like then we would say Sasuke's like fucking.
Yeah, that'd be a 6-pass one.
Yeah, like, but again, if we're just saying the ability itself, you know, that's a little different. And then again, in what regard are we talking about? In general convenience, combat scenarios? What are we talking about?
Yeah, it's strange because these are hacks based abilities. They're not AP based or even speed based per se. They're hacks abilities that, you know, essentially embody some sort of concept. Like obviously, the most thorough, I guess you could say, the most thorough that we've seen is Itachi's, because he can control the very reality that you're like captivated in when he actually catches you with his eye. That's a pretty thorough one. But when he says strongest, like, you know, most of these have the ability to kill you. So I don't know what he means by strongest. I guess when it comes to the most thorough, it'd be Itachi's, because he literally controls reality in the reality in which you're kept captive. But then you have like, you know, the fucking Kamui, which snipes you and you're basically dead. You're stuck in some wasteland in the Kamui dimension. That's a one shot too. You know, so it's, I don't know. I guess we have to see what his
we really have to see. But, But worst case, if he doesn't, then we can go off. Then we'll just, I guess, explain it, in whatever way me and Jay want to, you know, then I guess regard it. But yeah, I really hope he does, because that kind of defeats the purpose of this fucking video. Then, you know what I mean, it's like, how are you ranking?
I'll say this before we get into it. If it comes down to the most potent, like dangerous, like life ending, it would probably be the Tsukuyomi or Kamui. Or man, it's a tough question actually. Scratch that, because Sarada has the black hole thing, and it seems like that kills immediately too. But it's a tough question. It's a tough question to answer. Let's see.
Go ahead and see Hammer 23 video every single week, guys. You can go ahead and find my Naruto reaction series using the 4th wall link in my description below. We are done with Gaara versus Rock Lee, so the entire fight has got a reaction. Before we get into all that, today we're going to talk about one of our favorite recurring sponsors.
Oh, shit.
Holzkern. Holzkern is your one-stop shop for
the
50% off your order from Holzkern today.
I get your bag, bro, but I don't want to watch that shit.
Make sure that your presents come in time for Christmas Day. This holiday season, I
bro,
remember that I made a video kind of like this a little over 2 years
ago. He says from him watching it, he believes NC was talking about like in general, like just overall everything.
In general? Yeah, again, when it comes to... It's tough, man, because... How do you compare Sardo's Black Hole to Itachi Tsukiyomi? It's like, fuck,
right?
It's tough. It's tough to compare.
Because like it depends. Like because like technically, if like that's also like a little annoying. Because like if we're saying in general, like meaning like all around convenience, basically, I would assume then is like okay, like I guess in a combat scenario. Like, she doesn't require eye contact, right? So I guess maybe it's more dangerous, like maybe in that regard.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about like, but if we're talking about like, if it does hit, right? Then what is more dangerous? Right. And I would say Tsukiyomi, because if you get hit by Tsukiyomi, you are fucked. You are absolutely fucked. While with Sadara's shit, from what Jay just told me, it's like a black hole. It has to like take you in and then snipe you. To be fair, I would assume if you scale high enough, you could just negate that, right? Or that wouldn't really matter. You know what I mean? Like think of a Amaterasu, like with Jigen or anyone else. Like they got hit and they just like they either absorbed it or they just shoved it off or they just said, "Oh, get this fucking fodder ass shit out of here." You know what I mean? Like so, like again, like that's what I'm basically getting at. You know what I mean? Like it just depends. Yeah. You know. So
yeah, well, we'll give her a take after. Let's see what he has to say, but it's not black and white when he says strongest. Let's see.
So it's only appropriate now that we know what that Mangekyo Sharingan does. Rank that ability amongst all of the other MS abilities we've ever seen. But before we get into the list, I want to do a quick honorable mention, or more kind of an elaboration on the rules of how we're setting up.
He's gonna say that.
See, what we're gonna be ranking are individual Sharingan abilities.
Okay.
That is, say, abilities that are tied to one
Gotcha.
Well, that's not necessarily the most accurate synopsis of all time, because some abilities like Kodo Matsukame were tied to both of Shisui's Mangekyo Sharingan, but we're not entirely sure if the versions of Kodo Matsukame were the same in each of Shisui's eyes. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is...
True, but there was some evidence to explain the difference between the two, though.
Of today's list is not only going to be the Mangekyo
Sharingan
ability in
there was.
Because, like, from my knowledge, Jay, like, in the 5 Summit, it didn't require eye contact, but it's, like, weaker. But then when Itachi used the other one, like when it had eye contact, it's like really strong, like to where it affects Edo's. Yeah. Like it was so fucking powerful. Like Itachi as an Edo was controlled.
Yeah.
And mind you, Infinite Tsukiyomi, a 6-path Genjutsu couldn't control Edo's. Not even Infinite Tsukiyomi, but Shishuika.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? So like
it was like it seems theoretically like the one Danzo had was more of a passive Kodo Matsukami, while conversely the one that type was like an aggressive,
like very strong
trance. Like it's, and he's an Edo. It's still, it was like an intense just surge of chakra that
it's like it completely just rewires you. You know what I mean?
Like yeah, exactly. And then Danzo was like passive, like it was like
a normal ass Genjutsu, basically, but just no eye contact, which is pretty cool because most Genjutsu with the Sharingan requires eye contact. But
he was able to advantage to it at the summit, so it was pretty cool usage.
Kamui Raikiri gives you Kamui Shuriken, and so on and so forth. Amaterasu doesn't only give you Amaterasu, it also gives you Flame Wrapping Fire. And thus today, if we were to include...
Oh, that's not true. No, Sasuke had another ability.
We'd be here all day talking about every...
He said...
it was like a whole separate...
No, that's a separate thing, because that's talking about manipulation, flame control. That's what Sasuke's other MS ability was. It was to shoot it out, and then the other one was... It was basically 2 Amaterasu abilities. Like, he was kind of fucked, unfortunately, Sasuke. But it was really strong, though, because Amaterasu, for the most part... I'm not trying to say Amaterasu's fucking garbage, but, like, unless it was like, against a low Kage opponent, or a mid Kage, or, like, a Jonin... You know what I mean? Then, they're fucked. But if you were, like, beyond that, it didn't really do shit. There's so many ways to deal with it. Like, Gaara could block it with sand. Fucking Raikage could deal with it with speed. Yeah. If you have armor, you could just take your armor off like Madara did. Like, there's so many ways to deal with it. Yeah, you know? So, like... So, again, like... So, it was, like... It wasn't really that crazy. It was insane against V2 Jinchuriki though, which is a big deal because V2 Jinchuriki,
like kryptonite.
are fucking broken with durability, right? And so the fact that it shitted on the Three Tails dude, like that's insane. You know what I mean? Because when it
took them.
Yeah, because mind you, Toby Rawman, that's why he lost to Ken again. More than likely, he just couldn't deal with the V2, chakra armor and shit, right? So don't get me wrong, like it's pretty fucking strong, but you get the point, right? It's not competent in execution, right? And again, that's why it's important what we're talking about, because if we're talking about like the success rate of MSs, you know what I mean? Amaterasu is like the worst one then. If you know what I mean, like
that's true.
Yeah,
that's
true.
The success rate is low because it's not malleable, right? Because Sasuke needed to use flame control to actually.
That's what made it broken. That's what actually made it dangerous when he was using it as a shield, or to weaponize it against Naruto, like when they were fighting Six-Pack. Like that was fucking cool, Because if it touches you, you're fucked.
Creative usage and made it more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made it more. It made it more dangerous and threatening because he was able to literally configure.
That's the only reason why he lived against Raikage. Yeah, he only survived because of that.
Yeah, he would have been cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have literally died. He would have been cooked. But let's see what he says here.
Every single derived jutsu that comes from the Susanoo, Majestic Attire Susanoo, Yada Mirror, Totsuka Blade, Susanoo Chidori, Susanoo Captive Slash, Tengai Shinsei, and so many other more, but also because of how individual the Susanoo is to the specific people.
But he's counting the Susanoo as an MS ability? Okay, that's fair.
Indra's Susanoo is incomparable to that of Itachi's, in the same way that Sasuke's Susanoo is incomparable
to
that of Shisui. The strength of the Susanoo is relative to the person.
I hope he's not counting that, Jay, because I feel like that's a different discussion. Like the ranking, I would rank Susanoo as a I get it, it's part of it, but that's different. I say do a ranking Susanoo video, not a ranking MS video. You know what I mean? Like that's not because that's a whole different ball game. If we're talking about Susanoos, like let's be real, the most strongest insane one hacks wise, right, would be Kakashi's. And if we're talking about raw power scaling, then it'd be Sasuke. It'd be Sasuke, but.
Yeah, that would be an easy ranking video. It would be that'd be a very simple video.
So I think we should keep Susanoo out of it. I hope that's what he does.
Same capacity.
Yeah, I hope he does. Yeah, I think he said that, but let me see.
And thus, while Susanoo undoubtedly has the chops to be considered the strongest Mangekyo Sharingan ability, especially once you get into DMS Kakashi tier, where you have a perfect flying Susanoo that's able to equip combo to basically any and all of its moves, because the majority of Susanoo techniques rely on some other Mangekyo Sharingan techniques, including the Susanoo, kind of just muddies the argument. So with that out of the way, let's get into our actual list. And thus, coming up at number 6, in our list ranking all of the Mangekyo Sharingan.
That's interesting. Okay. Gotcha.
Amaterasu.
Wait, last?
Amaterasu is such a bad Mangekyo Sharingan ability.
Damn.
Wait, nah.
Mangekyo Sharingan ability that
oh shit.
No, wait, because if we're counting Boruto
in front.
Yeah, if we're counting Boruto as well, Shin's ability was fucking dog shit. Remember Shin?
That was dog shit.
Yeah, where his MS was if he touched a weapon, then nah. I have Amaterasu over Shin's ability all day, every day.
I feel like there's more than 5. The only 6?
Tsukiyomi,
Amaterasu, Flame Control, Kodomatsu Kami.
The 2 variants of Kodo.
Sardas. Okay, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Shin, but there's Shin too.
Conway's another one.
Yeah, there's 2 Conway. There's actually there's 2 Conways. One where you can phase your body and or warp them in or snipe with Kakashi. You know what I mean? So there's a.
Damn. I guess. Yeah. I wonder what's gonna
happen. Madara. I guess he's not counting Madara either.
Into a good technique, and if for some reason
he's probably, if it's only 6, he's probably not counting it.
Sharingan abilities we've seen all throughout Naruto. Now that's mostly because almost half the
we've seen Shin.
Users we've ever seen.
Does he not count Shin?
Yeah, Shin is fucking. Maybe he won't even count that.
Yeah, okay. If he's not counting Shin, if he's not counting Shin, then I could understand that. But
actually, I see it. See the vision.
Yeah, I can see the vision. But then again, here's another thing though. Do you really have Amaterasu over Kodomatsu Kami? You know what I mean? Because I feel like Amaterasu in a combat prowess sense, I think it's definitely more reliable than fucking Kodo, right? Like if we're like
Right,
for like
yeah.
again, this is why it's important. It depends on what we're talking about. Like if we're talking,
Success rate.
let's say we're talking about a team battle, right? What's gonna be more better, Amaterasu or Kodo? You know what I mean? Like fucking because like the
Right.
hardcore Kodo requires eye contact to like really like where you're just fucked, right? You're controlled, you can't do anything. So that's not really that
That's practical.
You know what I mean?
it's
Yeah,
less
and then
practical.
like the other Kodo is like it doesn't require contact, but it's like a weaker, more subtle, you know what I mean, version. But as long as someone touches you, right, and knows that something's wrong with your chakra,
Yeah,
whatever,
passive.
blah,
Yeah.
then it doesn't really matter, you know. So like again, like I feel like in a team battle situation, a Amaterasu where you're just shooting very instantaneous flames is gonna be more like of a problem than a fucking eye contact requiring Kodo or fucking you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. You know, like now if it's 1v1, then I would say
Right.
Kodo. I would say Kodo because obviously if you're in a Genjutsu, you're fucked.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. But,
Yeah. I think he should have been more thorough in his what he meant by strongest.
Yeah.
That's what I think he should have done.
Apparently inherited bloodline traits. And yet, even though we've seen 3 users of the Amaterasu or Amaterasu-derived abilities, anytime it's ever had to become remotely useful, it's had to been heavily augmented, whether that be through Kakutsuchi or Ohirame. But that doesn't mean that it's a useless ability by itself. Amaterasu, after all, is known as the highest possible level of fire release, an ability that produces black, infinitely burning flames at the focal point of the user's vision. And usually because Amaterasu can
It also
be
one-shot that
fired,
fucking
cast
dog, which is
something that looking
insane.
at them
That's a
is considered
feat.
to be almost
That's a feat,
Yeah.
bro. Like let's pause this
That
real
was a
quick.
feat.
That's a feat.
That fucking
That
dog was a
fucking dog
bitch.
tanked a massive KCM
That dog was a
Ryzen
bitch.
Shuriken. A massive KCM Ryzen Shuriken, bro.
Yeah.
Ate that shit. But then Natachi does his Amaterasu, and
Ate it.
he was gone. And mind you, that's a big deal because that dog. Yeah, that dog has a hacks ability where if it gets beat up, it splits, right? So it was always thought like, oh, you just can't beat it, right? You can't. Nah,
Yeah.
Itachi's like, nope, not today. And mind you, it got hit by a Ryzen Shuriken from KCM Naruto, and that did nothing. Like,
That's crazy.
so yeah, no, like again, Amaterasu's
shows
no
that,
joke, bro. If it hits, you know what I mean?
A destructive.
Yeah.
Very destructive. Yeah. It's very
Against a
the
hacks
destructive
dog that was
capacity
practically
of
immortal, like, come on, bro. Like,
Yeah. That just shows the AP versus DC, like the destructive capacity, just incinerates.
like
that
it's better
shit.
than the Ryzen
Yeah,
Shuriken.
bro,
As crazy as
that's
that
a feat.
sounds, it's better than the Ryzen Shuriken in at least execution, right? You know. So,
Yeah, in terms of like long-term damage, for sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
You intercepted, dodged, and blocked several times. And even if hypothetically the Amaterasu flames do find their mark, there is plenty of defenses against burning to death.
That's
Whether
true,
That's Naruto's KCM.
That's why it sucks.
Gara's chakra infused
True, yeah.
sand, almighty push,
Yeah.
turning yourself into a
Yep,
tentacle.
Nagato Almighty
absorbing
pushed that
away,
shit off his body.
absorbing the flames
Yep,
with the
I
usage
remember
of a Rinnegan, absorbing the flames with the
Yeah.
usage of a Karma Seal,
Literally.
certain space-time ninjutsu being the Jinchuriki of the Ten Tails in general. And oh yeah, you can also seal Amaterasu. Dry
Yeah, so he just listed all the 100 fucking ways to counter Amaterasu, by the way.
But even if you are hit,
That's crazy.
in fact,
He's not wrong,
the
though.
only times that Amaterasu has ever been effective in burning something.
No,
is
he's
when
not.
Sasuke
He's
used
not.
Amaterasu fire wrapping seal to wrap his Susanoo ribcage in Amaterasu, which was an Amaterasu ability, not a Kagutsuchi ability, which is odd. And then lured the fourth Raikage A into chopping said ribcage. But even in
That's
that
not
scenario,
true that
he's
Amaterasu
able
was
to
only
go
successful at that point in time, though.
flames.
It was successful against A. It was successful
And it's
against the
like,
Three
most people probably
Tails,
couldn't,
the dog.
wouldn't do that, but like that and the time that he taught
Yeah.
So that's not true.
Yeah, there's definitely more moments than just that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he burned his way out of dry as Toad stomach are the only 2 times that Amaterasu has ever
Yeah,
really
the Toad
injured
stomach,
anything.
yeah.
Oh, Nick, what about when Itachi caught Yager with Amaterasu?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking
happened.
about.
It's technically filler, but it did happen. But I mean, like, yeah, Yager survived that technically. It was being broken out of Obito's Genjutsu that actually killed him. And then some of you are also probably like, oh, but what about when Itachi hit Nagato with Amaterasu? Like, he literally pushed it off himself 3 seconds later. He was an Edo Tensei. It barely mattered. It's not a good jutsu. I mean, it's a great jutsu, but relative to all the other Mangekyo Sharingan abilities, it's just not.
It also forced Obito
not
to
that good.
do
But speaking of abilities,
Kamui or
that's great
Izanagi, one of the
relative
two, because they hit him
No.
point blank. Like, it was so fast, like
Yeah,
point blank,
yeah.
it blitzed Obito.
That shit would have killed him.
Yeah, it blitzed Obito and point blank ran. Like again,
Yeah,
if you're
and he even said
like,
that
this,
shit would've killed
This
him.
is why like Amaterasu is such a weird one. Like again, if we're talking about like success rates against like very dangerous individuals, then yeah, it's fucking dog shit, right? In comparison to the other MS abilities.
It's shit. Yeah, it's shit.
But again, if it hits though, right? and especially with how fast it is. Like, bro, if you're in front of someone face to face and you launch a Mataratsu, they're not dodging that. It's literally almost impossible. Like, it's just instantaneous. That's why Obito got hit by it, you know?
Yeah.
And he only survived due to either Kamui
his ass got hit.
or Izanagi. And then Obito was shooken up from it. He was like, damn, if Itachi didn't know everything about me, that would have worked. You know? So again, like, a Mataratsu is no joke. So, like, he said a moment ago, like, it's not really great in damage. Yeah, that's not true. Like, we've seen plenty of feats where it will fuck your shit up.
Damages.
It can kill Obito. Like, you know, so...
That show would have killed him.
Yeah, so I disagree with that.
It definitely, if it hits, it will definitely. Unless you're like fucking Jigen, it's gonna damage you.
But see, what I'm getting though with this Jay is it feels like he's talking more of like for like a convenience value of ranking it, then, like, you know, or how successful it is.
Right.
And if that's the case, I agree.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
If it comes to that's the specific criteria in question, then I agree with that. It's not successful historically.
Not all that good relative to other.
Like, Jigen just stood there and ate that shit.
I bet he literally fucking ate it. Okay.
Naruto, we have Kodo
So he does have Kodo.
He fucking swallowed it.
Okay, that's interesting.
Overhyped
Okay.
abilities, Kodo Matsukame, the most overhyped jutsu in the entirety of the Naruto universe, wielded by none other than Naruto's version of Potential Man, Shisui. Oh, there's a video idea for the Weeb Commander, anime's top potential men, ranked and explained. Megami 1, Shisui 2. I got nothing for 3. Chad for 3.
Fucking Chad.
Ooh, people are gonna be mad about
Chad had no potential from. If he's talking about Bleach, Chad, that dude had no potential. He was a Chad, but he wasn't. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, he is kind of low key like disrespecting Shisui though. Like, Shisui wasn't some fodder though. He was, that dude had a run on site order. He had a run on site order just like Minato with the fucking nations and shit. He could cast his Genjutsu on platoons of Lokage, Ninja, Anbu, whatever, like, and just deal with them, no diff them. Like, he was in the same par level of Itachi. And mind you, this is the same Itachi that was over Hiruzen and Danzo. Okay, he was similar to Itachi at that point. What's it called? They fought. They both beat each other multiple times. So, like, Shisui is not like a fucking weak ass fight. Like, I know he lost to Danzo, right? But if you analyze all three contexts, it was always getting off guard, and that's just because Shishui's a fucking. He's basically Naruto. He's a fucking idiot. He's too kind. That's his problem. You wanna know why Itachi don't get off guard or nothing? Because he don't play the fuck around. He's always cold. He's cold. Like, he don't fucking play. Okay, Shisui is an idiot. He dropped his guard. He no-diff Danzo right off the whip. Thought he beat him. And then he got fucking off guarded by Izanagi, which again is a reality warping genjutsu that, it, like, consistency wise, has never ever been dealt with successfully, ever. Every time it's been used, it always worked. Every fucking time Obito used it worked. Fucking Danzo used it worked. It even worked on Sasuke, but the only reason why Sasuke didn't die is because he still had his Susanoo activated. And Danzo's retarded ass, and Danzo's retarded ass was like, oh, let me use a kunai and announce that I'm still alive. And then, he's a fucking idiot. Like, and then, but I'll never forget Sasuke's face. He was fucking shook. He was like, "What the fuck? Like, you're alive? Like, huh?" So, like, again, like, even Sasuke would have died technically, but plot, right? And conveniently, he still had Susanoo on. Okay, so he didn't get beat the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like what happened to Shisui. Shisui didn't have his Susanoo on. You know. So again, like, there's context, whatever, blah blah. You name it. So, like, low key, he is dogging him. You know, but I just want to put that out. He's not trash. Like, I'm sorry. You want to know what fucking trash is, okay? You want to know what fucking trash is? A hit on and Kakuzu. That's dog shit, okay? Fucking, or Tobirama. Tobirama, yeah. Kiba, like, fucking, those are the dog shit motherfuckers.
Kiba,
like, Shisui was literally relevant. Fraud. Here's the crazy thing. Shisui was literally relevant throughout the entirety of the story of fucking Naruto while being dead. Like, you know, like,
that's how valuable his eyes were.
Literally, bro. Like, Danzo needed it, Itachi needed it. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, better yet, if it wasn't for Shisui, Itachi would have killed. Itachi and Nagato would have killed Naruto and Killer Bee, and the war would have ended right there and then. If it wasn't for Shisui, if you think about it, it was because of Shishui's eye. That's the only reason why Itachi came to their side. You know, so
savior.
Yep.
So
you gotta stop hating on Seishui, like, bro.
Literally, bro.
Danzo is a bitch. He had to sneak him. Like, he sneaked him like a bitch.
Yeah, in the book, in the
like,
game,
bro.
he used a bug, and he had a bug from like this clan dude, whatever, that bit Shishui while off guard. Like he was just chilling in the village. He got bit by a bug.
He's a bitch, bro.
You know what I mean? And then now he's poisoned and can't move. And then Danzo took his eye because of that. And then when he took his eye, his adrenaline came. So then he could move. And he's still fighting Danzo and an entire fucking platoon of Anbu while poisoned, missing an eye. Okay, you know what I mean? And then goes into Susanoo to get him all, and then goes to Itachi. You know what I mean? Like, again, like Shishui, he's not a fucking weak ass bitch like people will be saying. He's not. Yeah,
no, that's cap. He's not. Danzo's just a bitch. Like he likes sneaking people. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So far from done with this one. Anyways, Kodomatsukame is not nearly as good a genjutsu as we are constantly told that it is. And definitely not good enough to justify apparently one of the strongest Uchihas of all time having it for both of his Monkey Sharingan abilities. See, the Kodomatsukame should be strong. It's a genjutsu so incredibly powerful that without eye contact, that is to say that the user can simply see somebody and use Kodomatsukame to waltz into their mind and completely change who they are as a person. They can give that person phantom experiences, trump up the worst parts of their personality, or even make them forget people, places, or things that were important to them previously. And the most impressive part of all of this is that the person who was under the effects of this genjutsu has no idea. However, there's one drawback. I lied. There's not just one drawback. There's several drawbacks. One we learned from Itachi when he used the crow bearing the last of Shisui's Kodomatsukame eyes to break himself out of
but that's the eye contact one.
We
don't know if that'd be the same for the finger. We don't know.
Yeah,
that's basis.
Yeah, facts.
Decade. And while there are ways to abbreviate the cooldown period of the Kodomatsukame, those ways are just having Hashirama Senju cells. But even with Hashirama's cells and so much more grafted onto his body, Danzo acknowledged the fact that he's unable to use Kodomatsukame several times in one day. But it doesn't end there. This genjutsu that Shisui would only be...
See, now I don't agree with this. Like, this is a large gray area, Jay. Like, he's over here, like, trying to basically say, oh, like... The way it operates is like when you use it, now you gotta wait like decades or blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of variables and unknown things that we just don't know. So I kind of talked about this a little bit too. But like, we don't know, like you can't just assume that, oh, Shishui can only use it like once in a lifetime or blah, blah. There's no way that's the fucking case, because if you take the novels into consideration, and along with everything, like he's actually used this several times. With like way less than a decade. Again, that's if you count the novels and whatnot. So like there's that. But even if we didn't even bring the novels up, like it's really weird to say Shishui is the only Uchiha that can't spam his MS ability. That's just never been shown. Yeah. Like consistency wise, like they're always spamming it. You know what I mean? Like
right.
So that's a little weird that he can't do that, and that only Hashirama cells. Like, yeah, sure, Hashirama cells, that can be a factor to let it be used, you know, a lot more frequently, because it's Hashirama, right? It's a fucking, you know, but like I wouldn't say that's the only way, right? I think that's being a little bit of a disservice to Shishui. I'm pretty sure Shishui would be the exception as well, right? And Hashirama cells. Like a lot of people get that confused for some reason, and there's just not evidence really to prove that, right, or substantiate that.
Yeah.
If anything, I say the opposite. You know, like because from what we always see with the MSs, they all spam it. You know what I mean? And then they eventually go blind. You know, so
exactly.
I don't agree with that.
Yep. He's acting as if those two things are mutually exclusive, which are not. Like, he has Hashirama cells, but it could simply be that also that
he's on
Uchiha also able to do this. Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's not mutually exclusive, and we only saw very few instances of the Kodomatsukame being utilized. So it's all speculation. He's just not giving Shishui the benefit of the doubt, essentially. He's just kind of downplaying, like, not downplaying, but rather making it very binary. It's either this or that, but it's more complicated than that. And
then Jay, before we like move it forward, like just to I feel like this one is like gonna be definitely one of the most contentious ones. Mataratsu and Kodomatsukame. Like, how do you rank that though? Like, what do you agree, or do you think it depends? Like, I think it is interesting.
I think it certainly depends. Because if it comes down to if it hits, what's more dangerous, then I would say probably the Kodomatsu Kami, especially the more intense one, because you're literally at the mercy of the person.
Yeah, affecting an Edo is insane. That's insane.
Yeah, even in Edo Tensei, which is insane, which again, not even the Infinite Tsukuyomi was capable of replicating the same feat. So if it comes to that, then sure. If it comes to success rates, Amaterasu more than likely has a better. I guess it
has a better success rate technically than Kodo too.
Yeah,
it did fuck up a lot. Like, think about it. Kodo only it did. Yeah, when Danzo used it, someone just something's wrong, right? Because they could tell his personality was different. You could easily negate it by either having a Byakugan or a fucking Sharingan, right? You just see their chakra flow, bam, right? Yeah. So like success rate goes out the fucking window. Or if you know the person, right, and they're clearly not acting how they normally act, you know what I mean? You can tell. So that's how they found out. He wasn't acting how he normally acts, so then the guy activated his Byakugan. You know what I mean? And mind you, they weren't close friends with the guy. He was a fucking samurai dude. They didn't even know him, but they knew something was off, you know? So like
exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. Like for success rates and whatnot, that was a really shitty showing. You know, and then on top of it, like literally the only time it actually saved the fucking day was what Jay said, the actual hardcore one, right? You know. So like, but again, we're talking not about if it hits. We already talked about that, about the success rate. Amaterasu though, it did work on many people. It worked on Sasuke. It worked on Three Tails. It worked on a lot of fucking people. It worked on Raikage. You know what I mean? Like the whole nine. You know, so
empirically, it has more success than the Kodo. The Kodo literally only has that one feat with Itachi and the crow. That's all we have.
For success rates. Or just in general, I have Amaterasu actually over Kodo. That's just me. You know what I mean?
Higher success.
Yeah. Now, if it hits, then Kodo. But, Kodo, you know, but yeah, for all around, like for team battles, for 1v1 scenarios, for success rate, I got Amaterasu. That's just me. You know what I mean? What's it called?
Amaterasu is definitely more successful.
Yeah,
and I think that even Sisri being named Sisri of the Body Flicker, he's known more for his speed than his Kodo anyway, meaning he never really utilized it probably heavily because of the success rate. Yeah, so that just shows a greater probability.
So like that's what I'm saying. Like I disagree with NC Hammer there. I disagree because he's saying like it's more all around convenient the other way around, but I don't. No, I wouldn't agree with that. You know what I mean? Kodo only has 2 fucking showings. Like Amaterasu has all kinds of showings, and don't get me wrong, we made fun of it already, we talked about it, but it was more successful though than Kodo. It was.
So historically, empirically, it was more successful. It's kind of weird. I feel like NC Hammer should have been more concise with his criteria to make it more understandable.
Because all he said was the strongest, right? He said the strongest, and then he also said for like all around convenience. Vague. Yeah. So
that's vague because it's not clear cut, and the way he's ranking this, I don't know. It's. I think he shot himself in the foot not being more concise with the criteria. But
he's also completely detectable by anybody with a Byakugan, and probably
some
people with Sharingans. And once somebody who has been affected by Kodomatsu Kami is seen to be under the effects of it, they can be broken out of Kodomatsu Kami as easily as any other Genjutsu. So it's a Genjutsu you can use once every day.
Honestly, he's not wrong. Itachi got that Kodomatsu Kami with his finger, baby. With his finger.
That's facts.
The GOAT. That dude said, hold my Kodo, bitch, with his fucking finger.
That was a W.
No eye contact, just a finger.
Because coming up at number 4 on our list, ranking all the Sharingan abilities in Naruto, we have Kagutsuchi. Now listen, Kagutsuchi is basically just an derivative ability.
He doesn't have that as a Amaterasu.
He has as a separate ability.
Okay. Mangekyo Sharingan ability. See, if we're being entirely real, Sasuke kind of gets cheaped out by his second Mangekyo Sharingan ability being Kagutsuchi. See, because Kagutsuchi is technically just shape transformation applied to the black flames of Amaterasu. That'd be like if Naruto had 2 Mangekyo Sharingan, and one of his Mangekyo Sharingan abilities was the Rasengan, and the other was the Rasen Shuriken. Like, feasibly, there's really no reason that Sasuke should have been able to apply shape transformation to his Amaterasu in the first place. But still, being able to apply shape transformation to the Amaterasu is pretty big. See, because now that Amaterasu is no longer just a ball of black flame shot out of an eyeball that's very easily dodgeable, blockable, or interceptable, and it can instead be applied to things like Susanoo arrows, swords, rib cages, there are a million more ways that you can get Amaterasu on somebody else's body and get said body burning. And that's exactly what Sasuke does. See, whether it's wielding his own Amaterasu in his hand without having to worry about being burned, creating swords out of Amaterasu that can spike out when swung to reach somebody, blasting his Amaterasu in spiked out directions to impale anybody who's around him, or mixing his Amaterasu with his Chidori.
Yeah, that shit's cool. Chidori? That's fucking cool.
That shit was gas.
Yeah,
that shit was gas.
In your kit is
He said, oh, no black onyx Chidori, which is also badass. He said, nah, Amaterasu Chidori, baby.
Yeah, that shit was fire too. That black Shidori was fire.
Which he only uses it once, by the way. To this day, I never understood that.
And thus, if you cover your Susanoo ribcage
Yeah.
in Amaterasu, your Susanoo ribcage.
Yeah, I never got that either. That was weird.
If you covered your blade in Amaterasu, blocking that blade with your own causes your blade to burn away. It essentially
Okay, so we're basically on the same page with this ability. I didn't know he was separating the ability. Again, though, the context matters. If we're talking about if it hits, I would still lean with Kodo, regardless of this ability.
Yeah, if it hits, yeah, for sure.
But if we're talking about all around in general convenience, whether if it's combat, 1v1, team battle, or or success rate, obviously I'm Amaterasu, especially this ability, right?
Very malleable.
This one's very, very versatile, and if it wasn't for this ability, Sasuke would have died against the Raikage. So
he would have got cooked. Yeah, he would have got cooked. He would have been eliminated and probably died that day. Yeah. Definitely without that shit. Would have got cooked.
Number 3 entry, the actual best genjutsu one can get from Mangekyo Sharingan, because coming up number 3 on our list, ranking all of the Mangekyo Sharingan abilities in Naruto.
Hey, W Itachi fan.
Is there
Tsukuyomi? Listen,
number 4 though?
To pull off this genjutsu.
That's wild.
That's a point for Kodo Matsukame, but you know it's not a point for Kodo Matsukame? The fact that Tsukuyomi takes milliseconds to use.
Facts.
Sure, hypothetically, if somebody was watching,
wasn't it a picosecond though?
Itachi, they would there be
yeah, it's even less.
It's less. Yeah, it's a picosecond, which is insane.
that thing crazy. That's like a billionth. A millisecond is, I believe, a thousandth of a second. A picosecond is a millionth of a second. Yeah. I mean, excuse me, a billionth of a second, which is insane.
And again,
so that's how fast.
See, this is a little weird. This is where it gets a little weird again, because if we're talking like let's say it hits, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
What's obviously better than fucking Amaterasu.
Facts.
Kodo Matsukami, they both get the same result done at the end of the day. So it's like
very,
who
very
really
potent.
Cares? You know what I mean? But I'll say this though, then for all around convenience, right? Like in general, team battles, 1v1s, whatever. Definitely, absolutely over Amaterasu in Kodo, right? Because again, you get hit by that bitch, you are fucked. Remember the team battle with Kakashi, Asuma, and Kurenine? Itachi hits him with it, and they didn't even know what happened. They were like, wait, what? You were talking one moment, and then you just fell in the water. Yeah. What's going on? So it is insane in team battles. Yeah. It's insane in 1v1s, especially if you're caught off guard and don't know about it.
Very potent.
You can't get any assistance or help, like a Kodo. So, I definitely agree with it being above those. I just don't know about it being number 4, right? Especially if we're talking about it if it hits.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because if anything, I'd have this over Sadara too. I'm not lying. If it hits, right? You know what I mean? You're fucking. There's no defending. Yeah. There's no defense against Tsukuyomi. That's the problem, right? If you get hit, you're fucked. You know what I mean? With Sadara's shit, you can at least, to some extent, fight back, right? From what I heard. So...
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, this is a very... Yeah, again, he should have been more concise with his criteria. It would have made this make a lot more sense to us, probably.
Yeah.
Seen for less than half a second that Kakashi was under the effects of genjutsu, but have fun getting over there and breaking him out of said genjutsu before irreparable damage was done. Even if you were right next to Kakashi and you saw that he got affected by Tsukuyomi, if you reached over as fast fast as you could and tried to break him out of it, the Genjutsu would probably have run his course before you could
that shit's insane. It's just stabbing a motherfucker for
that shit is cool. Yeah, he's like fucking crucified his
millions of fucking like Jesus on steroids.
Yeah, it's like crucifixion times 1,000.
Yeah, right there. Pause that shit. He made Sasuke watch. He made Sasuke watch him kill his parents for like 3 days straight, bro.
That's wild work.
Like the whole clan,
work,
like,
dude.
and then the Kakashi got stabbed by like millions of swords for 3 fucking days. Like, bro.
He basically literally told Kakashi, like, he's like, bitch, you think Jesus suffered? Watch this, bitch. Like, bro, that's crazy. He crucified him and like put it on steroids.
Bro, his MS ability was so goated, they literally turned it
bro.
into Infinite Tsukiyomi to solve all world's problems. They
Literally,
said infinite,
like,
baby.
Bitch, he's the key.
Itachi was the key
like,
all
bitch,
along.
the key,
Yep, Madara was like, Itachi, you have the Tsukiyomi.
Yeah, it's like, damn.
I need that shit.
I'm gonna make that infinite.
Yep.
Yeah, literally. Like, bro, he was always him. Even
Yeah.
Hashirama, like, bitch, he's better than I am. Like, facts. That's crazy.
Hours, or give you a nice 80-year-long life where you and him live and old and gray. And you
There's a W girlfriend
live
death.
out a long, nice life as ninjas. And
That's what's also crazy about it. Yeah, he can give you happily ever afters. Yeah.
Old ages in Tsukiyomi.
That bitch lived an entire life.
For 80 years.
An entire life.
Yeah, literally 80 years in heaven. That's crazy.
The only Genjutsu canonically that has ever killed. And yeah, there's really no argument to be made that Kodomatsu Kame is better.
That's actually true, by the way. The only Genjutsu that's killed people is Tsukiyomi. Yeah.
That's W.
Is being such an incredibly talented
Facts.
Sharingan user,
W glaze.
like Sasuke in his battle against Itachi, that you're able to use your Sharingan to break out of the control of Tsukiyomi. And we learned from Itachi Shingen that the time passed within the Genjutsu of Tsukiyomi.
He's not wrong, though. It's the only Genjutsu that actually killed.
Yeah. That's facts, though. That's facts.
The real world. Meaning you can live for 80 years with your first ever girlfriend in Tsukiyomi in just a matter of seconds. So yeah, it's broken, but not as broken as
shit.
Spot, because coming up at number 2,
this is number 2? Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
All of the Mangekyo Sharingan abilities at Naruto, we have Ohirame.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'll say this really quick, Jay. I agree with her being above Tsukiyomi only if it's for like all-around convenience, like in general, like. Because, like, in a battle scenario, whatever, or, like, team battles, like, yeah, that's pretty fucking scary. Because it doesn't require eye contact, right? Everyone's getting pulled and shit, getting sniped. So, yeah, I would agree it is more convenient. It is more dangerous, you know what I mean, in that regard. But, again, if we're talking about if it hits, or what's more dangerous in that factor, I would still have Tsukiyomi over, though. You know what I mean? And then, most importantly... One regard that it can do.
So potent.
Yeah, Tsukiyomi could also give you a good ending too. She can't do that shit. You know what I mean? So like again, like
it's just more immersive.
Yeah, like it's just so much more. You know, so like so again, if I would assume he's on the route of like just all around, right? Just all around convenience or the strongest.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, and that's something that makes sense because like logically speaking, then I would agree. You know what I mean? So yeah, but.
Yeah, at that point, she can like. It seems like she can make multiple of them and shit. Like
she can control your movement, snipe you. Like that's insane. And multiple of them too. Multiple, not just one.
Yeah, multiple. Yeah, that's wild.
Can't quite say it's the greatest Mangekyo Sharingan ability of all time just yet. On top of that, we don't even know if both of Sarada's eyes use Ohirame or if she has 2 separate abilities.
True, she could have something else too.
Father doesn't really have 2 separate.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Listen, there is a good argument to be made that Ohirame is actually the strongest Mangekyo Sharingan ability we've ever seen. See, Ohirame, whose specifics we've actually never really talked about on this channel, allow for somebody to create up to 4 black spheres simultaneously.
It's crazy.
Now, these black spheres vary in diameter from 5 centimeters all the way up to
how the fuck is she floating? I just realized that.
These spheres have gravitational
like, wait a minute.
What the fuck?
to that of their match.
She's like floating in the air.
They
some
are
shit.
the more gravitational pull they
That's
have.
crazy.
And Sarada is able to control the gravitational pull of each.
What does that say? No, Orihime is an alternate name for Amaterasu, the sun goddess and chief deity of the Shinto. Oh, this is like some like theology shit. Never mind.
One of these black spheres individually, not only choosing how hard it pulls things but also choosing what it
That's
pulls
crazy.
in, whether that be weapons, jutsus, or living things. And by altering what's affected by these gravitational forces and how hard those gravitational forces are pulling.
Oh, so it affects
thing
all
in,
things
Zarda is
too,
able
not
to
just
pull whatever
humans.
she
Okay.
wants.
Yeah,
Wow.
she can literally like, so she has so much control. She can choose what gets sucked in by it and how strong it gets sucked in. That's pretty fucking crack. That's crazy.
Damn.
That is crazy. So that bitch could say, "Fuck you, I'm taking you, and I'm not taking him." Like some type shit like that. That's crazy.
So she can defend with it too. She can pull people away and pull them.
Yeah.
Okay, wow, damn.
That's
That's what I'm saying. Like that is more convenient than Tsukiyomi. That's very, very, very strong.
Very versatile.
Yeah.
Yeah, very strong, very versatile. She can make 4 of those.
Itachi
shits.
would be
That's
proud.
insane.
Itachi would be proud. He's like, yeah,
Oh,
that's
hell
my
yeah.
granddaughter.
She's like, that's definitely that's my niece for sure.
Yeah, not granddaughter.
That's a
Niece.
W.
Fucking tripping. What's it called? He'd be like, fuck yeah. He's like, Sasuke, she making you look like a bitch.
Yeah,
That
that'd be W.
fuck trash ass Amaterasu flame control.
It's like your shit is ass, buddy. You had flame control. That's ass.
Who uses flames as hot as the sun, while Ohirame focuses on pulls which are created by collapsing stars. Whatever Sarada.
But I'm glad. I'm glad they gave her something good though. You know what I mean? Like you had to. You know.
Yeah, she deserves. She's a beast. Yeah.
And it's what's even more impressive is she's half Uchiha. She's not even full Uchiha. So like it takes way more of an effect on her chakra wise,
Not full
stamina.
Uchiha.
Like, and yet that bitch she's doing her thing. You know. So.
Yeah, she's killing it. I mean, she took on. Look at this dude, like shitting himself, and that's a Shinji too. That's crazy.
Could be considered a drawback, but there's another drawback as well, which is that if Sarada elects for a living being to be pulled into one of her black spheres, the gravity of that black sphere begins to affect her as well. However, Sarada is able to selectively control the gravitational pull of all of her black spheres around her to counteract this pulling. Which not only stops her from being pulled into her own black spheres, but also allows for her to levitate or fly.
Oh, that's what. So she can control her, even though it affects her too, but she can control it. So it's not a weakness that can be exploited. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
She's smart. She's smart that she can do so quickly.
She's like, let me fly in this
and
bitch.
she just awakened it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she just awakened her ability. She's like, bitch, I'm gonna start flying. I'm like, bro, you just opened the ability.
Insane intelligence. That's that Itachi intelligence right there. Shit.
Yeah. That's Itachi intelligence. Yeah.
Not even Sasuke was that smart. Sasuke's smart, but he wasn't that smart.
No, because I believe that
Sasuke would have died. He would have sucked himself in.
Because coming in at number 1 in our
list, shit.
all the Mangekyo Sharingan abilities in Naruto, we have
honestly, so valid though. It is broken.
Yeah,
it's broken.
That shit is cracked as fuck. You can make yourself intangible. Fucking, that's crazy.
His body that his Kamui Eye was in, and therefore he was able to use Kamui. And
look at that. That's so cold. Like just standing there.
That's fucking cold as hell.
Or remember when he walked through Nagato?
It goes through him.
Yeah, Jay. Remember when he walked through Nagato too with the white man? Yeah, he just Kamui right through it. Like, yo. He just hit some cold shit.
Nagato was like pissing himself. He's like, the fuck? He's like, bitch, you can't even touch me. Like, dude, that's crazy. Imagine shooting someone and the fucking bullet just goes through them. Like, bro, that's crazy work, bro. That's
or like remember the Donzel's henchmen? They do this sword moment, goes right through his head, and then bam, he catches it. He's like, bitch, clean.
He's like, bitch, you thought. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, so this
is so much aura that even Minato himself. Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah, no, this is actually a correct W take that NC has. Like, yeah, no, Kamui is just broken. It's just broken.
Yeah. And just imagine having aura that even Minato himself thought you're Madara. Like, that's how much aura Obito had. That's crazy. That's crazy work. And that's all because of Kamui. Phasing through shit.
But again, I'll say this: no matter what, Tsukiyomi is number 1 though. If we're talking about if it hits. Right, you know what I mean. And success rate.
Pure
if it
potency.
hits in success rate, Tsukiyomi is technically number 1. And that's just It's never. No one's ever beaten it. Okay, no, not. And I know you'll probably be like, oh, what about Sasuke?
Never.
That's bullshit. Itachi let him fucking out. I don't want to hear that shit. Okay, it's literally been stated verbatim.
That was capped.
It's been stated verbatim that it's impossible to beat it twice by Itachi himself and Kakashi himself, who experienced it. So and so, whatever you name it.
Itachi literally let him break out of fucking Tsukiyomi. He didn't just... No, that's bullshit.
Yeah, literally.
What's it called?
Dude,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of context.
He was undercover.
Exactly. There's a lot of context, a lot of evidence to support that. But regardless, yeah, like success rate, Tsukiyomi's never failed, and when it hits, you're absolutely fucked. There's no way to defend it. You can't even have a teammate help you. You're literally fucked, okay? So, again, if we're talking about that, like Kamui, don't get me wrong, it's strong, but like overall, right? But not in the in-hit regard, though. Because plenty of people have gotten out of Kamui. Yeah. Whenever they're getting sucked up, Minato countered it with Flying Raijin.
It's not as deadly.
Yeah, like Minato countered it with Flying Raijin. Yep. Guys countering it with fucking nunchucks. The whole nine. You know what I mean? Like nunchucks. Fucking body flicker can counter if you count the Naruto movie. Okay, it's like defendable. Yeah, like it's very defendable. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the biggest weakness of it too is like when he's sucking you in, he has to no homo. He has to materialize. You know what I mean? Like so he's vulnerable when he's doing that little fucking vacuum shit. That's when you can hit him, and everybody.
There's a weakness.
Yeah, everybody deduced that weakness. Everybody. Yeah. You don't even have to be super intelligent to deduce that. You know what I mean? Like so.
Naruto cooked him.
Yeah. So again, if we're talking about its success rate and when it hits, Tsukiyomi is still number one. It makes sense. Tachi baby, that's what it is. I'm not even saying that because don't get me wrong. Tachi is my favorite Chia out of all of them. Like that's an utter fact. But I'm being dead ass too. Like if we're being logical, right? Like
this is a fact.
And talk about if it hits and it's in the success rate, Tsukiyomi is the only one that always gets it done. Every fucking time. Look at Infinite Tsukiyomi if you even count that technically. You know what I mean?
This is a W.
Yeah. So yeah. But yeah.
Global scale.
Yeah, but if it's all around and convenience in battle, then Kamui is busted. Like it's just 1v1, it's insane. Team battles, it's insane. Survival, it's insane. You know. So.
Yeah, BFRing, it's
steals his Sharingan eye from him. Now Kamui, when you boil it down, is a relatively simple jutsu. It allows for the user of the Monkey Kill Sharingan to store certain things in a separate dimension, specifically the Kamui dimension. And anything stored inside this Kamui dimension can be accessed only by people with access to the Kamui Monkey Kill Sharingan.
Kamui is basically like the upgraded version of a Mataratsu. Like it actually just works a lot more. And less ways to defend it.
It also stands to reason that if you were to trap somebody like Kaguya inside of the Kamui dimension, they'd be able to leave rather easily. But for those people who do not have space-time ninjutsu, like Flying Raijin or Yamatsu Hirasaka, getting caught inside the Kamui dimension is a death sentence.
If you get caught,
because they have no way to leave, but
that's the problem. Like when you get hit by it, you can get out of it potentially. You know, so that's why again, it's just not. You know.
Now, even though technically Obito and Kakashi.
It's not instant.
Tsukiyomi's instant. You're just fucked.
With the right eye of Obito allowing for Obito to teleport parts of his
picosecond might as well be fucking instant. You're cooked.
Making him selectively intangible, or giving him incredible teleportation options. Because the second that Obito wants to leave, either by himself or with somebody else, all he needs to do is warp himself and
that's another issue too. Technically, in theory, even if you get hit by it, if you have Flying Raijin or some space-time ninjutsu, I heard there's arguments because of Boruto that you can literally get out of it, technically. From whatever Boruto did.
Someone like him definitely would get out.
Yeah, because like apparently Flying Raijin was shown in Boruto where Boruto used it, and mind you, he hasn't even mastered it yet. Because apparently he made a statement where he's still not as good as his grandfather, which is insane. Grandpa.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah,
and he used it interdimensionally too.
Yeah, to travel through. So in theory, even though I know Minato stated that if he got hit, but to be fair, Minato wasn't in the Kamui dimension yet, right? Maybe until he got there, then he would have changed his mind.
He didn't know.
Yeah, he didn't know, and he's obviously not going to fucking risk it, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? He's like, so in theory, he's like, if I probably get hit by that, that's why the battle's over or I'm dead. That's probably what he means, more than likely. Not that it actually is the case.
Yeah, he would kill him.
Yeah, so again, that's another issue with it too. Again, you can't do that with Tsukiyomi though. You can't do that. There's no saving. You know what I mean? There's no defense. You're just fucked, which is ridiculous. But that's just how it is.
You're cooked.
Yep.
That shit is it's like almost instant death.
That's
close to instant as you can.
Jay, it's ridiculous. Itachi, he's just such a fucking asshole. He's the only Uchiha with the MS ability where if it hits, there's no defense at all. The only one.
Yeah, you're cooked. You're fucking cooked.
Everyone else can fight back.
How to torture you too.
Yeah. it's just so degrading, like, so humiliating. Like, Itachi's just a savage, bro. He's
a savage, dude. Like, he put Jesus crucifixion to shame with Kakashi. I'm like, bro, that's cold, man. That's crazy. That's another level of cold. Yeah, that's wild. That's a W.
Dimension using Kamui. He doesn't have to come back to the spot that he left. On returning to the Kamui dimension, Obito can go anywhere, and he doesn't necessarily need to designate the location that he's portaling off to while he's using the technique.
Yeah, transportation's dope too. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Flying Raijin that he's using, but it's not. The selective intangibility doesn't technically make Obito invulnerable. See, well, yes, that's intangibility, and this is the thing that
W guy.
No, activates subconsciously.
Obito's fatigued, to be fair, but still W.
Simply by activating his body
still W.
Motherfuckers be like, oh, he's guy level.
And contact by sending away the parts of his body that are about to
literally, like, come on, bro.
If Obito wants to touch anything that he wasn't touching prior to the activation of the Kamui, he has to make his whole body tangible.
W Minato.
Yeah, like, see, like right here, this is a blatant example. Like, it has weakness. That's the problem.
Yeah. When he's fighting that guy, someone that's that guy, he gets cooked. That's what happens with Minato. When Naruto,
but if Minato got hit by Tsukiyomi, he's cooked.
Cooked. Yeah, he would have been cooked. He would have been like, bitch, do you think your speed's going to help you here? I'm going to cook you. And then look at him and he's cooked. Like, nah, bro.
Because that's the thing. Minato looked at Obito's eyes that whole fight, too. So he'd do the same shit to Itachi, and then Itachi would just cook him. He's fucked.
He's like, bitch, you're looking at me in my eye. You're fucking dumb. Like,
literally, like, he's like, you're the fourth Hokage?
Cooked immediately.
All right, bet.
He's like, bitch.
Like, and the guys, like,
my dad.
Like, I know you guys are probably like, oh, you're just glazing now. Like, but no, bro. Like, Obito landed multiple Kamuis on Minato. The first time he landed on him was from behind. He literally started Kamuing him, and Minato flying Raijin out of it. Okay. The second time was what's it called when they were doing their fucking exchange, you know what I mean? And then he did it again, flying Raijin out of it. Like, yeah. So like fucking, he got hit by an invincibility and still got out of that.
Like, yeah, because he is that guy when it comes to speed. But with Itachi, that shit won't fly. He's like, bitch, you knew my dad and you're looking at me in the eye. That's wild. That's crazy work.
For intangibility. In his
like, bitch, you should know already. The wicked eye. Like, that's crazy.
Which is what Konan planned on when she split an entire sea with explosive seals, because she knew that the explosions of these explosive seals would run longer than 5 total minutes. And thus, after Obito's intangibility phase was over, he would die to the explosions, because between that intangibility and teleportation phase, he would be vulnerable to them. Now, the left eye of the Kamui is a long-distance iteration. Or kind of like with Amaterasu, the user
that's
is
what actually made it
broken,
though.
This shit. And use Kamui on whatever their focus.
Yeah, that shit is cracked.
In this spot, the Kamui is now activated, a gravity well opens up that begins to pull anything near it into the center. And anything unfortunate enough to end up in the center of this Kamui activation is teleported to the Kamui dimension. Whether that's Deidara's right arm, the Ten Tails head.
Yeah, this is where Sadara still shines though, because she doesn't have to look at you. You just get sucked in and you're fucked, you know?
Yeah, she doesn't need to look.
Like the only problem with that is you got that requires eye contact. You know?
Kamui eyes. Something that we saw from both Obito and
it does.
He had access to a bunch of other fun abilities, like the ability to piggyback on other people's space-time ninjutsu, allowing for its user and those nearby to travel to the target location of other users' space-time ninjutsu. Also, you get the Susanoo, and then you can apply Kamui to all the things on your Susanoo, like gigantic shuriken or your Raikiri, and thus now not only are you trying to hit somebody with a blade made out of lightning, but also if they're hit by said blade made out of lightning, they get teleported to a place.
Yeah, out of all Susanos, definitely I would agree that if we're talking Susanoo, it's the best. Yeah.
Kamui is the greatest Mangekyo Sharingan.
Yeah, that shit was
the second best is Itachi. Like, the sword that can, no matter what, kills you, and that shield that blocks anything. Like, that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Subscribe to the page. Hit that notification.
All right. Again, shout out to Ode.
Yep, shout out
to Batman. Shout out to Ode, man. I'll say this because Ode's he's one of our guys. So criteria greatly alters this ranking. If it comes down to if you get hit, Tsukiyomi's number 1. If it comes down to success rates, probably Kamui was probably number 1.
Yeah.
Or Stardust. I think it's between Stardust and Kamui for sure.
Yeah.
So it depends on the criteria greatly. Certainly depends on the criteria.
Yeah, because that's another contentious element of it. Like Sadara and Kamui, that's up in the air depending on what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Because again, like we said, you need eye contact. You know what I mean? So like technically, Sadara would be more, as an advantage because it doesn't require eye contact. You know what I mean? Like she can keep you away from her, and she can fuck holes. You up. Yeah. Like so, like again, like
she can be multiple holes, not just one.
And see, that's an issue because it's a fucking black hole, whatever, blah. So I would assume speed is also a non-factor with that. So meaning, like that's the problem because Kamui's weakness is speed. If you're just faster, it doesn't matter. You're fucked. You know what I mean? While with Sadara's ability, if it's already being used, speed doesn't matter because you can't move. She's literally controlling your movement with a black hole. So.
She's like gravity's against you.
Yeah, like literally, like you just can't fucking do it. Like
that's cracked.
Yeah, like that's just ridiculous. And then if you're near it, you just start getting basically Kamui'd. You know what I mean? So it's just like it's a more convenient Kamui technically. So like again, like that's kind of the problem.
Like upgraded.
So like again, like if we're talking, like as now thinking about it, like. As crazy as it sounds, Jay, if we're saying combat scenarios, I'd actually have Sadara over Kamui, right? If we're saying survival, then I'd say Kamui. Like just to survive only, right? Like Kamui to get away,
survival,
you know what I mean? Or to like not get hit by anything, then obviously Kamui, right? You can
escape.
Yeah. And then if we're talking about like success rate, then I would say Kamui.
Yeah.
Like if it, like a fucking, because Sadara's only had one showing, right? Kamui's had like fucking
so far, only one showing.
Yeah, so again, like I agree, absolutely agree. It just really depends what you're talking about, and then like even for the category, like if it does hit 2, like I guess technically you give that to Kamui because he has more showings, right? It's not really fair.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. But continue, brother. I was just talking more on that.
Oh, you're good. Yeah. So like we said, criteria definitely matters.
Yeah.
I think Nancy Hammer could have been more concise and specific about what exactly his criteria is because the way he ranked it was a little bizarre. He didn't really stick to one or the other, like to just pure strength, pure potency.
Yeah, he kept going all around. Like one moment he's talking about if it hits, then the next moment he's talking about all around convenience. Then another moment he's talking about like. What was more successful? What do we? How are we ranking it?
His criteria wasn't consistent. That was the problem.
Because again, like we said before, it's a big deal. If we're talking about if it does hit, Itachi's technically number 1. Like dead ass. As crazy as that sounds, you know what I mean? Like
it's so immersive. It's deadly.
Yeah,
it's basically you're condemned. If you get hit by it, you're condemned. You're destined for death at that point. As long as he wants it to be, if he has the intention to kill you and you get hit by it, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And if we backtrack again, if we're talking about all around convenience or in general, like technically I would say Sadara because like let's say you're Sadara, right? And you also have the speed, you're scaling whatever, like you're good, right? They can't exploit your weakness. You activate that bitch, they're fucked, right? Their speed doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? While with Kamui, your weakness is speed. You're fucked, right? If they're faster than you, you're done. Or if they have some space-time ninjutsu, you're fucking done. You know what I mean? So, but then again, if we go to the other thing, it wouldn't matter because if we're talking about like survival, right, or transportation, obviously Kamui. So again, it really just depends, But to simplify it, to make it really short and sweet, all around in general convenience, I would say Sadara. Then Obito, then Itachi, what's it called? All around because it does require no. So not Itachi. I would say Sasuke's Amaterasu, like flame control. Yeah, that's more convenient.
Oh, Sasuke.
So Sadara, Obito, Sasuke, then Itachi, and then Shishri, right? Just for all around. You know what I mean? Now, if it hits, Itachi's number 1. Then it would be surprisingly Kodo. It'd be Shishri. So like, it would be Itachi 1, Shishri would be 2nd, because you're fucked, right? It affects Edo Tenseis. I don't know what to fucking tell you, okay? Like you know, what's it called?
Edo Tenseis are cooked.
Yeah. Third would be I would actually. So this is an interesting one. If it hits, what do you have? Either a Mataratsu, Sadara's ability, or Kamui. I would probably say a Mataratsu. Actually, no. I'm tripping. Yeah, because there's so many ways to. No. I would. What do you think, Sadara? Fucking if it hits. If we're talking about if it hits category.
If it hits.
Yeah.
Let's see. So probably Sarada,
Right.
Amaterasu, or
like Sadara and Kamui is basically the
Sarada's.
same exact shit. You know what I mean? Like if it hits, like if we're really being honest,
similar.
I do think Sadara is probably quicker though in like the emphasis of like what's happening right when it's pulling you and sucking you in or whatever. You know. I don't know. I could be wrong on that, but fucking.
She can increase the gravity. Like Kamui is just the same amount of like.
That's what I'm saying.
Like pull, but she can like increase it.
Yeah. Like and that's why and Kamui
crazy.
could be exploited as a weakness because the pull speed is always the same. You know what I mean? The speed of the Kamui swirl was never on the same scaling as Obito. It was what it was. You know. That's what I'm saying. So I agree.
Exactly.
So Sadara, then Obito, and then Amaterasu. And you guys got to think of it this way. The reason why Amaterasu is still last, if it hits, is just so many ways to get out of that. So many fucking ways. You know what I mean? Like, like with at least with Obito and Sadara, the only way you can counter that is if you have space-time ninjutsu or body flicker speed that's faster. That's it. You know?
Yeah.
Amaterasu, you could take your clothes off.
Yeah,
you could fucking, like there's so much shit you can do. You can get a fucking scroll and put it in the damn scroll.
A lot of weaknesses. Yeah, like fucking. There's too many ways to escape it. That's why it's not higher up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's an interesting concept. Again, NC Hammer. I'll give him 2 W's: W Itachi Glaze and W Kamui Glaze. I'll give him that because those are W's. That's valid glazes. But he could have been more concise with the criteria. Probably would have made the video make more sense, or more specifically, the rankings make more sense.
Exactly.
But yeah, overall, great concept though. It's a great concept. It does spark a conversation.
Low key, that would be dope if Swag and Six did that topic and they actually like categorized it too. Like if it hits, convenience factor, whatever. You know what I mean? That'd be dope if they did that.
They would cut that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That'll be a fire topic. Shout out to Swag, man. I don't know where he's been, but he's the legend.
Dude's living life.
Yeah. He's living life. W Swag Kage, man. Legend. But yeah, folks, we've been at it for almost 3 hours.
Yep.
Classic stream. W Donos as well. Appreciate you, Ode, as well, for suggesting that video. We'll be back next week. I can almost say it. We're going to be disciplined again. We're back. We're back at it.
That's the only time,
make it happen.
Just let you know if you're still listening. I got you that only because I've been gone for so long.
Yeah, we owed you that because you were gone for so long, man, that we gotta do something, But yeah, we'll try to collab with you guys with the Walkie Talkie podcast. Shout out to them. We can try to do some with you guys. We hope you guys enjoyed.
Yes, sir.
Be back next week. We'll see what we do. It might be regular. It might be a call-in show. I'll still think about it. Do something cool. But we hope you guys enjoyed. Have a happy holidays. Hope you've been having happy holidays and hope you continue to.
Stay
see you
safe.
next time.
Most
And God bless,
importantly,
folks.
stay safe.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Peace.
All
W,
right,
brother.
W stream.